literally nothing like those wild parties. All I did was drink and party and go to rock concerts. So I got VIP access to a certain very hot rock star's room.
This was getting a little intense for my liking.
What's your problem?
Okay.
Look, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you're no better than the rest of us.
Hey, come on, you gotta go. I'll call you.
Hey, what would you say if I were to tell you that rock stars like Terry would pay for your attention and you would be a multi-millionaire because of it?
Hey everyone, it's your girl Catherine Nunez, and you're watching Real Talk with the director and the counsel on the IE Network.
Real Talk.
Hey, I'm Gina Lou, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up? It's Logan Browning, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Real Talk.
Hi, this is Alana De La Garza, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, I'm Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, this is Monique Dupree, and you are watching Real Talk with the Director on Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, I'm Stormy Maya, and you are listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
This is Vicky Judy, Orange is the New Black, and I'm here with Real Talk.
Yo, what up? This is Jay Ellis, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio. Keep it locked.
Hi, I'm Rita Parks. You are listening to Real Talk Radio with the Director. Hey, I'm Issa Rae, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And nothing less. What's going on? Welcome to another edition of Real Talk with the Director and the Jedi Council. I am the Director. We'll be with you for the next 120 minutes or so. Real Talk's brought to you each and every Monday by B2S Media. There you go. And we broadcast live via the World Wide Web on youtube.com/IE Network TV. And the social media itself, the social, what's it called? The social network itself, Facebook, aka Meta, and Twitter. Thank you for coming back with us, chilling with us, hanging with us. It is now the 11th of July, as the old folks used to say it. The 11th of July, the year 2022. We're back again. So this week, this is actually my final, not my final show, but this is my final show as a resident of Florida. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, good show. Yeah, we're going to go over. We probably won't get to start it today, but we're gonna go over our tournament. This is gonna be our the search for the hottest woman on television. And we scanned, I say we, but it's really Ralph. Ralph did a big job, going through everything, and we scanned through 1, 2, 3, 4 decades of television. The 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Oh, I'm sorry, 5. The 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s. So 5 decades of television that we we'll be bringing to you. Ralph is doing a deep dive, combing through all of the talented, beautiful women on all their television series and shows. So we're gonna go through that. Should be fun. We haven't did one of these in a long time. Shout out to the chat room. Everybody's come through, of course. Peace and love right there. Kai, hey, Alexandria, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate you. Of course, the chat room. Oh, I don't see my man in there. It's, no Joseph in the chat room. Really interested. I'm sure he'll join eventually. Yeah, man. So we'll talk about that. We'll touch a little bit on the Essence Fest that just happened. When it just happened, but I think it happened like last weekend or something like that. At the Essence Fest, what else was going on? A couple other things, movie news, of course, and we'll start with over, of course, by boxofficemojo.com with our weekend recap for the latest weekend of July 8th through the 10th. Of course, well, number 5, we have Jurassic World Dominion. Still out there, made 8.6 million, which now brings its worldwide total to 876 million worldwide, with a 350 million domestic. So Jurassic World Dominion did its thing. Elvis was a hero to most, but he never. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. But anyway, shout out to Chuck D and Public Enemy. Elvis came in and this week it made another 11.2 million, which is bringing the domestic gross at 91 million and the worldwide gross at 155 million. It opened in approximately 3,900 theaters. So that's Elvis. Next up, I believe that's me. I don't know why I feel like rapping today, but Top Gun Maverick still doing his thing over this weekend. Made another $15.5 million, which brings the domestic total to $597 million. And a worldwide total of over a billion, 1.185 billion worldwide. I'm glad domestically. Let's come on now. This is Top Gun. This is Tom Cruise. Domestically, we should have actually crushed international, in my opinion. We're just over it. 597 domestic, 587. So we got them by about $10 million or whatever you want to call it. 597, 587. So that's cool. Top Gun Maverick still holding. I'm like, when's that gonna be on streaming, man? I want to watch it like 100 times now. And Minions: Rise of Gru is 46.1 million, and it makes the domestic at 210 million and 405 worldwide. And number 1, Thor: Love and Thunder. I put on my movie voice, my movie phone voice. If you own a movie, press 1. Thor: Love and Thunder, 1.44 million over the weekend. Wow. Yeah. That their opening weekend? I think it is. They just opened, right? Yeah. Or did they? Yeah. So they did 144 million domestic. They're at 303 worldwide so far and climbing. Opened in 4,375 theaters. So there you go. If you know the number to the movie you want to see, press 1. So that's old school. You got to be a certain age to know what movie phone even sounds like, the voice. So you probably sitting there being like, what the hell is Wes talking about? If you had to be a certain age, if you under a certain age, under 30 for sure. If you under 30 for sure, probably under 35, you probably don't even know movie phone. You probably never heard the movie phone voice guy. If you want to know, press 1. But anyway, so let's get started. We'll go over some movie news, things that's going on, trending topics, of course. And we'll bring in our Jedi Council. We got one of them here, want to be joining us. Ralph, what up? You in the building? I don't. Can you hear me, Ralph?
If you know the movie you want to see, press 1. I can hear you. You know,
If you know the movie that you want to see, press
he sounds
1.
just like that guy.
Really?
Press 1.
If you know the movie, like
yeah, he sounds just like that guy. I would just be like, wow. He sounds like a combination of the movie phone guy and also he sounds like Casey Kasem.
Oh wow!
You guys don't know who Casey Kasem is.
Y'all don't know who Casey Kasem is.
You guys don't know
either.
who Casey Kasem is.
Nah, that's definitely not a millennial or Gen Z type of vibe. But it's all good. Casey Kasem, right. I don't even want to explain who he is. Just look him up. You'll see. He had one of the most distinctive voices on radio and on television. And, as a matter of fact, when I remember when I heard him voicing one of the characters in the Transformers movie. And I was like, it was in Transformers the show too, I think. I think he did it on the show as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh man, that sounds like Casey Kasem, and that's who it was. Yeah. We come from an era of DJs, people, that you would certain DJs were, they played the soundtrack of your life, basically. You always heard them talking in between songs.
Casey Kasem, Dick Clark, the Wolfman. Man, y'all
Wolfman Jack.
Y'all know none of them guys.
Wolfman Jack.
Wolfman Jack. Y'all know none.
Jack. Yeah. It's all good. So we won't take them down old school memory lane, but it's all good. So let's see what trending topics we got going here. Let me see. Couple things.
I know we talk about the box office and all, but I can't stress this. I just cannot stress this enough. Please go see this. Go out and go get this. Best movie of the year right here. Everything, everywhere, all at once. It's my shameless plug. But
it's out now too. It's out like you just said. It's also available on streaming. Like I think you'll probably see it on like Amazon or what have you. Yeah, that movie. That movie is I love it. I love talk about multiverse and stuff like that. It was like perfect that came out. Yeah,
it was multiverse and Matrix. It's what Matrix, the last Matrix movie, should have been, could have been, but
could have been, but it wasn't.
It was a Warner Brothers project, so it was a Warner Brothers project. So what'd you expect? Just saying. Sorry, Warner Brothers.
Yeah, true indeed. What are you gonna do? But Warner Brothers they're just so messed up. Do you realize that Warner Brothers does not have not Warner Brothers, I'm sorry. DC. Oh, shout out. Who's in there? Blue Bubble. Hello, bros. What's up? He said, who's the hottest woman?
Where's Joseph at? Now I'm worried.
Who's the hottest
Where's Joseph
woman?
at? Because he's usually been in there, but
Yeah, Joseph's with me. Yeah, we're missing Joseph, man. All right, Joseph, wherever you are out there, man, I hope you're okay. I hope you're good. And come
maybe he's at a
through,
barbecue.
Maybe.
Joseph, man, I need some ribs. Like, yo, I need some ribs. You know what I want? I want. Can anybody out there make really good baked beans? Someone was talking about baked beans. It's like, yo, I haven't had baked beans. I haven't had baked beans in a while because somebody make really good baked beans.
I don't know. I mean, I used to. I just get the ones in the can. The what are what are they called? Who makes them?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I can't think of the brand right now, but they make good beans. Make good baked beans. So baked beans. Yeah. Yeah, I actually been barbecuing, man. I'm gonna do some probably before I'm moving this week. I'm getting the hell out of here, getting out of Dodge, and I know that I'm gonna probably use the grill one more time here at my complex before I hit the road jack and never come back. No more. And yeah, so I think I'm just gonna do like some burgers, whatever. Some hot dogs. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. But anyhow, what's some of the trending topics that also was going? Oh, that's what I'm gonna say. So DC, speaking of Warner Brothers, they are not. I heard that they're not gonna have a presence at Comic-Con this year. They're not even gonna have a booth. That's odd.
Now, see, I
DC
heard that
I heard they're not gonna have a
they're
booth at all.
they're going to be there. You know,
I heard
because
that they're not
they're
gonna have a
promoting
booth.
Shazam.
They may be there, promoting that. But I heard from a very reliable source, my man Jay over at From Heroes to Icons, he said one of his sources told him that DC will not be having they will not have a booth. Usually DC has a big, setup in the middle of Comic-Con. You have Marvel has their setup, and I'm talking about just for the comics. You know what I mean? And artists and stuff. If any artists from DC are gonna be there, they'll be in Artist Alley, and that's it. But a lot of times DC would host an artist and come to their big booths, and you can meet them and stuff like that. That happened all the time. That happened with Marvel and DC.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I met Neil Adams. I met Neil Adams that way. Well, I met him before that, but I got something from him. I was able to buy a couple of Neil Adams pieces that he signed for me, because he was there at the booth. They have the big. So I'm hearing that. I don't know why they're doing it that way, but either way, man.
I think this whole Ezra Miller thing is
they're trying to let it blow over.
I think it has a severe cascading effect on everything that DC wants to do, because people nobody cares what are you going to do about this whole Ezra Miller problem. We don't care about Black Adam. We don't care about Flash, or what are you going to do about Ezra Miller? And maybe they're not trying to deal with those questions right now until they at least find the guy and then deal with it.
Yeah. They're trying to let it blow over if they can. Ezra Miller is just, I don't know. Last time we heard he's on the run, or not on the run. Let's not get that. Let's get it.
Yeah, he's on the run. No, he is. He on the run.
Well, he is, but he isn't. Well, who's he running from? They don't have like a warrant or nothing now for him. It's just, he's just not nowhere to be found. He's just on, so he's not technically like on the run. Because now, like I said, if he was on the run, they'd be like, oh, there's a warrant out for his arrest or something. What else went down this week? On some trending topics. It was a lot. It wasn't a lot, but it was a lot. Oh, so some of the shows, so that The Boys had their season finale, which did not disappoint, which it never does. That was cool. I just saw that one. Speaking of Warner Brothers, was it Warner Brothers? Yeah, I hear that Warner Brothers is now pushing back the Salem's Lot movie that they were supposed to. Was that supposed to come out this year? I guess so.
No, I think that's for next year.
What says it's pushed back. Salem's Lot delayed to 2023, along with several other films. So maybe it was supposed to. It says Stephen King adaptation was slated to arrive in September of this year, but it's being pushed back to 2023. Wow. Okay. Why are they doing that? Who knows? Salem's Lot's not the only one getting delayed. Dune Part 2 delayed till November of 2023. See, that'll be what, 2 years now after Dune? Yeah. When did Dune come out? Dune came out in, did that come out 2021?
Last year.
Yeah.
Last year.
Why are you delaying a movie that you've already shot? That's what I don't understand. They shot the movie together. It's just part 2. It's just part 2.
That sounds like reshoots.
Probably. They must have done some reshoots.
That sounds like reshoots. And I think that because the movie got nominated for big Oscars, like I think it was nominated for Best Picture. Maybe they said, wait, maybe we need to go in there. So next time, instead of getting the nominee, we can get the win. Maybe we need to shore up certain areas, make it more epic in scale. I don't know. But I still haven't seen it. I don't own it. I haven't seen it yet. I need to watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it, man. Especially if you own it. You should definitely watch
Like
it.
I said, once again, is Warner Brothers. I have loads of DVDs that I haven't even watched. I got loads of DVDs I haven't even opened. Matter of fact, I have all 3 seasons of that Star Trek Discovery. I've never even opened them. They're still wrapped up. I've never seen them. I just haven't gotten to them. I'll get to them, but the other day I was like, I need to start watching it. But it's like, no, I got other stuff to do. So, but as long as I got it, I can always go back and look at it one rainy day or snowing day. Because it is Jersey. I might get snowed in one day and say, no, fuck it.
Yeah, that's true. Good. So
just watch.
Good. That's very true. I also, before we continue, and give a rest in peace to Tony Sirico from The Sopranos. He died this last week. Paulie Walnuts. Yep. 79 years old. Rest in peace to him. Condolences to the family and loved ones of that gentleman. He played that character well. He really did. That character really kind of just. I loved all the characters in The Sopranos. To be honest with you, there's not really no character that I did. The only character that I didn't like, it's only because they were annoying to me, but not that the person didn't do a good job. Like the mother. You know what I mean? Like shit, and the sister. They were both annoying as hell.
Yeah.
But they did good jobs because they were annoying as hell. So that's that, and sometimes Meadow got on my nerves, but she did a good job,
Anthony Jr. got on my nerves. I was just like, oh,
God.
God.
But you know what it is?
You need to be slapped.
And we'll bring Kev in. You know what up, Kev? Thanks for coming back. You know what it is about Meadow that got on my nerves? What's up, brother? That got on my nerves with The Sopranos. See, when you raising the daughter yourself, you tend to see, like, I get triggered by seeing, daughters acting up. You know what I mean? That triggers me on television. You know who triggered me the most? Not Meadow Soprano either, because she was just privileged. You know who triggered me the most? The daughter from George Lopez show. She triggered me so much. I'm like, look. I'm like, yo. She made me want to go and just straight punish my daughter for no reason. Like, go to your room.
Never seen the George
why?
Lopez show. Exactly.
Yeah.
If you've never seen the George Lopez show, please watch it. It is some of the most outrageous stuff I had ever saw on television. I caught it one night on a rerun, and now I've seen all of them. Man.
Oh yeah, that show is.
Live.
You can watch it too. I think it's on. Is that on HBO Max or is that on? Where did I find that show? The whole. It might be on like Peacock or something like that.
It was on TBS when I started watching it. I was like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah, it is. Yeah, dude. I mean,
it might be on Paramount.
Maybe it's on Paramount Plus. That might be where it is. Because I've seen it on one of those streaming services where I could you could just watch the whole thing, like the whole show.
Said, TBS and Channel 11. You can watch everything. You just gotta space it out, but you can watch it all.
Yeah, true that. And what is what the hell was her name? I forgot her name, but anyway, the one who played Carmen, right? That was her name. Was that Carmen or what was her name?
Carmen.
You talking about the wife?
No, the daughter, the pain in the ass daughter.
Oh, I remember her name.
Yeah, because she was a pain in the neck. I think it was Carmen. And
her daughter's name was Carmen. I don't know her real name. Yeah, her.
Yeah. She was so. Her character triggered me, man, because I was like, "Yo, this girl." She was the perfect rebellious teenage girl. But anyway. That's crazy, man. But yeah, shout out, like I said, rest in peace to the man who played Paulie Walnuts.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Yo,
I still have to watch
it
The
was like,
Sopranos. I never watched The Sopranos.
Oh yeah, man. So just sit down and watch it. The Sopranos, to me, there was a shift in television when The Sopranos came out because of the way the writing was for it. The way the writing, the acting, and really it was the funny thing was it was for the most part a group of fairly unknown actors. Like they weren't all like so like this show really blew them up. You know, Lorraine Bracco, you when she started The Sopranos, I think she had already did Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was probably like the biggest name at the time. Yeah, she was probably the most recognizable face of the show at the time. Was Lorraine Bracco? You know, she played. You know, and she played Dr. Melfi. You know, with the great legs. I mean, just the premise. When I first saw the show,
what was her name?
Dr. Melfi.
Dr. Melfi.
Was that their way of getting around calling her a MILF?
No.
No,
no, because that came out before the term MILF came out. But that's interesting.
That's a good.
That's a good question, but I don't think so. I think that show came out before the term MILF came out. But yeah, she was.
But she was smoking. She's still smoking. Lorraine Bracco.
Yeah. Lorraine Bracco is smoking. So it's like the bottom line is the premise of the show. When I first saw it, I had no idea what it's about. I always like mafia films or shows. Okay, let's watch it. The fact that this dude is having these panic attacks. He's the freaking head don of these boss of this family. He has panic attacks. He's seeing a psychiatrist. That alone is like, what? He's talking to a psychiatrist and he's a freaking mafia dude. But it was
on a side note, the show Blacklist did an episode like that where awesome. Where the psychiatrist was basically like the people from the family would come, like she would handle disputes within the family, and they would come to psychiatrists and she would pick apart their reasons for however they were acting. And then put them all in place and tell them, okay, now this is why you have to go kill this person because of X, Y, Z, X. But she was doing it in a way where she wasn't incriminating herself.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of time the way they did it, and when you see The Sopranos, you understand the way they did it with The Sopranos was so smooth and so dope because she never really implemented. For a while. She knew once she found out who he was, because at first she wasn't sure who he was. Once she found out who he was and what he really did, of course she's not allowed to talk about that even with him. And he never was openly talking about what he's doing. Like he's just telling her his trauma. He wasn't naming people or anything like that. He was just telling. He was naming people, but he was telling his trauma. He was not saying like whatever. Anything that he was going to do. Then after a while, just like she knew, and she was seeing a psychiatrist herself.
Yeah.
Asking him, should I stop treating this guy? Should I stop seeing this patient?
That, I got to watch this show now.
Oh, man.
Somebody is so mentally damaged that you make your psychiatrist go see a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
The episode where she got raped, that's when she started seeing the psychiatrist. She had got raped coming home from work, leaving her office, and she was like, she was having nightmares, and she said, I know somebody, basically I know this guy who's the head of a mafia family. I could have this guy killed at the drop of a hat if I just say something to him.
All I have to do is say something to him. And she was fighting with herself if she should even say something to Tony Soprano, because he was digging. He's like, you okay? Like, what happened to you? I fell. Whatever. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting? He stand up next to her. She back up like she's scared. He said, what's wrong with you? Like she was scared. And she kept thinking, yo, should I tell him? Because I want this guy because I think he didn't get arrested or something like that.
He worked in a place The guy that raped her was the guy that made her coffee every day, because she recognized him when she was going to get the coffee, and that freaked her out. So she's like, I could tell him. She even tells the therapist, I can get him squashed like a bug. All I gotta do is say something, and then the opportunity. And she's like, nothing.
But here's the thing that I'm picking up from both of you about this whole scene and episode with her.
Mm-hmm.
Tony knows what happened to her. He just wants, before he goes and makes the mistake of killing some random person, trying to figure it out on his own. He wants to know. He wants to hear it directly from her lips.
He knows it's something. He just doesn't know exactly what.
He didn't know what it was. He didn't know what it was.
He knows it's something wrong.
But I'll put it like this. He's
definitely not gonna move. You know, he's not. He would have, if he'd have known, even if she wouldn't have told him, he'd have did something.
He would have did it.
Because he would have did something. Because he'd be like, oh no, that's not happening. Because he's that type of dude. He would have been like, oh no, he got to pay for this. You know,
remember that episode when the Russian guy beat his sister over that leg, and he was like, "You really hurt?" And she was like, "Yeah." And next thing you know, he showed up in the guy's cab and whooped his ass.
Wow.
No, this show, I'm telling you, Kev, you just got to start watching it. You won't put it down. You will not put it down. This show is legendary, and the writing from all the way back then is so good. It's clever. It was just good, man. Like I said, it was a shift in how cable television shows were starting to be written. Other people were looking at that and like, yo, we gotta step our game up.
Yeah.
The writing, because the writing was.
It was like
awesome.
the hell with Sex, and it was like the hell with Sex and the City. We gotta have something. You got Sopranos, and you got 6 Feet Deep. Certainly The
After
Wire
that, shows. Wire.
I like Weeds.
Shows started getting showrunners saw The Sopranos, and most of them will admit this. Showrunners watched The Sopranos and was like, yo, I don't know how I'm going to top that. Remember I told you how I was seeing how Steven Spielberg said when he saw The Godfather, he almost quit filmmaking because he was like, yo, I don't know if I can ever tell a story as good as that, you know? And a lot of showrunners was like, yo, The Sopranos, man, it was just gold the way they told the story, and they brought you into this family.
But here's the thing.
Almost like Coppola all over again in a way, but episodic. But episodic. It was like Coppola all over again. Like young Coppola all over again, but episodic.
If they were saying that, I don't think the question within themselves was, how can I top this? Because I'm pretty sure they could have reached inside of the trash can of the scripts that they threw away and could have picked out a gem. Mm-hmm. What they were more so worried about is, okay, this show is this good. How am I going to convince the executives at this network to take a chance on something like that?
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to get them to spend the money?
Well, that's pretty much the question all the time. Because think about it, they made a TV series about a topic that's been done a lot of times. You know, mafia stuff, right? And then you go to Godfather, Goodfellas. You look at all this stuff; they've been done great in film, but it's never really been portrayed like that on television. So to really like go, I mean, you have to think about this just on its natural level. And I ain't gonna get too deep with this because we're gonna move forward. But on a regular level, think about this: how powerful writing is. You got to be a good damn writer to make people root for the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
And look, and not just root for the bad guy. But root for the bad guy that's from no disrespect to you, Ralph. No disrespect to you, Ralph. So please don't take this the wrong way. But to root for a bad guy from New Jersey.
From New Jersey, yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying this is
the only. I'm sorry, Wes. The only reason why I said that, Ralph, is because the majority of gangster films or mafia films either take place in New York or Las Vegas, or Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. You're right. You're right with that one. I think them. Well, certainly why they got the public, because they filmed all. I mean, there was times you go around northern.
They actually filmed it in Jersey.
You ran into the Sopranos shooting on your block. I mean, it was like even the block that I grew up on, they were shooting the episode 2 blocks away on 15th Street, and they're shooting it on the street. You know, I mean, many times, even when
it became a staple. It became a staple of Jersey, like being, doing it. It's just like certain productions when they're shooting, you're like, oh, they're shooting this over here. That's how it is now. But The Sopranos was like that. And like I said, for them to be able to write that good, like I said, just the premise alone. I mean, God, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that pitch meeting. Well, we got this gangster, mafia boss who's had a traumatic childhood. He's now getting panic attacks based on his trauma. And when he gets stressed, he literally blacks out. I mean, but he lives the life of the mafia boss. He's got his side chicks and he did that. And it's just like life is regular, right? But he's got his family. But then this dude, he actually blacks out. And because that is showing weakness as a leader, he doesn't want his family, the rest of the family to find out that he blacks out. So he took a chance and said, you know what, I'll go see it. I'll try anything at this point. He didn't want to see a psychiatrist. But he's like, I'll try anything at this point.
And he kept fighting it throughout the whole series. He kept going, but he kept fighting it throughout the entire series. Like I really kept telling him, I really don't want to be here. This does nothing for me. Like I think one episode he said, I think you're a fraud.
Yeah,
because he just wasn't convinced. He just wasn't convinced that it was really doing something for him. But realistically speaking, it was. It didn't make him a better leader.
It did. So he's just like, I don't want people to notice. So that alone is phenomenal to be able to write that. And they wrote it for what, 6 seasons, was it? They did 6 seasons of it.
Yeah.
But the seasons were pretty long. They had quite a few episodes in them seasons, right? Yeah. Like every season.
What were they like? What were they like? 16 episode season?
Over 20, probably, right?
Wow.
I think they were like 12 episodes, but they just seemed
12. I thought they was longer than that.
I think they just feel longer because there's so much stuff going on in the episodes.
Yeah, it's film longer. Maybe it was just only like 12.
But
were they full hour episodes?
Yeah, they were full hour episodes. Yeah,
full hour episodes. The best one I like as far as the writing was the one where his wife finally confronts him about all his cheating, and they go back and forth. That was like, damn.
Because you got the wife, and you get a chance to jump between everyone's perspective, because it's not just that one character that you kind of live with. You're living with other characters as well, so you get to jump back and forth from different perspectives. While Tony, they have A, B, and C stories, throughout the show, and it's just done so well. That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta watch it. You're gonna love it. I can't see you not liking The Sopranos, just for the fact of how the storylines play out. You know what I mean? And the characters. The characters are just that, characters, man.
Who's gonna get whacked? That was the question.
Right. Another one. Yeah. That was one of the first shows as well where you were wondering who, because some main characters are getting whacked. You're like,
That's where Game of Thrones.
Well, Game of Thrones just went off the rails. They went off the rails with it. You couldn't even get with Game of Thrones. It's like don't even get attached to anybody.
I mean, literally.
Don't get comfortable.
Like literally, the first episode, you're like, oh, I like this little boy. Holy shit! They pushed him out a window.
Yeah. So I mean, they just decided, okay, we're going to just go batshit crazy with it. And kill it. Nobody's safe type of deal. But they took that from the. I said that to say they took it from the Sopranos and just went ham with it. Oh, they went ham with it, exactly. So That's cool. Yeah, I was saying, Ken, right before you came on, I heard that DC isn't going to even have a real presence at Comic Con this year. They're not even gonna have a booth, like
Nope.
the big booth or whatever.
Nope.
And
At
I'm like,
Hall H, they're not having anything at Hall H. Nope.
that's crazy. They may do it at their own little. Don't they have their own little thing?
They did
that they
last
do?
year. It was online. A lot of people liked
Yeah,
it.
the DC.
No,
What's
but
it
actually,
called
it
again?
wasn't a
The
DC
fandom.
thing. It was a Warner Brothers thing. Wasn't it a Warner
Well,
Brothers
they got the
thing?
DC fandom thing that they do.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it
Yeah.
was. It was the fandom. Yeah.
Maybe they'll do that again. I don't know.
No, but Marvel is that. Well, why would they show up when Marvel's going to be at Hall H? Just smacking you in the face with and here's the sad thing. Why show up and you don't even know? Nobody knows. Everybody's speculating what Marvel's going to do. Now, even though we know She-Hulk is coming in August and then Black Panther is coming in November, nobody's even. We know that there may be a new trailer for those two. Or an official trailer actually for Wakanda Forever, because there really wasn't a trailer yet. So it's like nobody knows what's gonna go on.
Yeah.
DC was smart. Why are you gonna show up and do after Marvel is done?
Because they kind of already shot their load. They pretty much shown you all that they should show you from Shazam. I'm not from Shazam.
Black
Adam. You know what I mean? So that was great, but you kind of already shot your load with that. You showed.
And the
showed
only other thing they got is Aquaman, and that trailer is going to come on the heels of Black Adam. That's going to be a trailer for Black Adam, more than likely. So it's like, why would you show up to Hall H to do what? To sit there and listen to the echoes of Marvel fans that was screaming 3 hours before you got in there? Like you want to go there to see if you could collect some of the residual energy that's going to be coming.
Meanwhile, as soon as the moment they start rolling, as soon as they start taking questions, people are gonna be like, "What are you doing with Ezra Miller?" That's gonna be like the first question.
And here's the good thing about Ezra Miller, though. So far, over the last 2 weeks, there really hasn't been much about him except for the little BS websites and bloggers. There really hasn't been a lot of chatter about him over the last week and a half.
I guess it's his way of trying to stay out of the radar or whatever. I mean, that's the best thing that could happen to Warner Brothers, that people stop talking about him, because it's really, other than that, it's gonna hurt. Yeah.
But that's what they wanted. That's the whole thing they were banking on. That's why they switched That's why they switched the Flashpoint date to the March date, because they were hoping that hopefully by the end of the year, all of this stuff will blow over. Nobody will be talking about Ezra Miller and the BS. Hopefully Johnny Depp will come back with something crazy. People will be focused on that, and we can put our Flash movie out that we spent almost $200 million on.
Exactly, because otherwise they don't want to have to commit to it just being on streaming. They want to put it in the theaters.
Oh, and I just want to add to this. I don't want to say too much, but why would you go to Hall H on top of all of that? You got Disney Day coming up in August or September, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The D5.
That's exactly why Disney don't even need to go to Comic-Con no more. Warner Brothers needs to be there. Disney don't even need to be there. They could take all their projects and do it right in Disneyland. And all you fools out there that's going to pay that $95 to get into Disneyland, plus $25 to park, plus $30 for a t-shirt, $50 for food, minus drink. Keep all the money.
$50 for a burger and fries.
Yeah. Listen, and that's one of the reasons why I'll never go to Disneyland. One, because my daughter always got an attitude. I hope she's listening. And I'm not going there to pay a whole bunch of money to feed somebody who's going to have an attitude.
Yo, that's hilarious.
And you gonna have an attitude with me and you eating food I paid for. I'll be there. I'll smack it out your hair.
Nigga right out your damn head. Just for real. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, that's something that George Lopez daughter would do. That's why she triggers me. But
she'll go there and get mad at Mickey Mouse. Why Mickey Mouse? If Mickey Mouse shoes ain't supposed to be tied that way.
Yeah, so we're gonna take our daughter out there this week before we leave town. Disney World. We got Disney World here, brother. It's bigger than Disneyland.
Do they have the Star Wars?
It's Disney World.
The Star Wars thing? Wow. But do they have the Star Wars Adventure down in Disney World? Or was that just California?
That's just. Is it there too? Yeah. I thought it was I thought it was just in California.
It's in Hollywood Studios.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the Harry Potter stuff too is down there.
Harry Potter is at Universal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that's
at Universal. Disney has the Star Wars. They got Avatar. Avatar is at Animal Kingdom. They have the entire world of Avatar. That whole world. Yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
Dead ass. Yo, you go like the entire. What's the world called again? Avatar world. Pandora. They got the whole Pandora, bro. Like you go in, it's like it's a whole nother thing, yo. And at night everything's glowing and stuff. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, it's road trip.
It's crazy. I'm sure, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if you go to, I'll tell y'all right now, if you go to Animal Kingdom, Pandora, there is one ride that you cannot not miss. You cannot miss. It's the Avatar ride. It's called the flight. I think it's called the Flight of Passage or something like that.
Oh, that's the one where he jumps off the thing with the whatchamacallit?
Yeah, with the flying, whatever those banshees or whatever that they're flying on. Yeah. Yo, you literally go. It's funny because it's a virtual ride. It's a 4D experience. So like when you get on the ride, you're like you like you're mounting a motorcycle or something, but it's like this thing. There's this big screen just comes up, and then you got to put on whatever. And yo, bro, you feel like you're in it. You feel like you're in the movie. Like it's like you flying on the Banshee's back.
And they're blowing wind in your face and all.
Blow wind in your face when you swoop down towards the water. You feel the water. You like everything, and it's like, wow. Then he stops into like a cave, and he's like breathing, and you feel him breathing between your legs. You're like, oh, wow. Yeah, right. Yeah, you feel the Banshee breathing. You're like, wow, this is crazy.
And for those of you who say, why are we talking about this? It's still related to a movie, so that's why we're talking about it.
We're still talking about because it's related to a movie.
Because I'm quite sure that place is going to be off the hook come late October to December when the second Avatar come out. It's going to be crazy down there with that. Everybody's going to want to get on that ride.
I might. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I would have.
Let me tell you something. That's one of the best rides I've ever. That's one of the best rides I've ever went on, and I got the pleasure going it twice because right after we got off of it, we were having so much fun walking off the line. One of the dudes was like, "You enjoyed that, huh? Yo, we loved it. You want to go again? Hell yeah! All right, come on, go ahead, cut the line." We was like, "Yo, let's do this."
Are you serious?
Yeah. He's like, yo, you want to go again? He's like, yo. He hollered to the other one. These my friends right here. Let them go. And we went right back and jumped right back on it and rode it again.
Wow.
One of the best rides. Flight of Passage. One of the best rides. And that Pandora experience is crazy because, like I said, you got to go at night. You got to go like when it's starting to get dark, when everything's lit up. It's like you're in the Avatar world. And at the end of the Avatar ride, I think the Flight of Passage, one of them, you go through the thing. You can actually get an Avatar doll made of yourself.
I'm done.
Avatar.
Really?
Yeah.
I am done.
I'm going to LA in August. I'm going to have to go to Anaheim.
You can go through and have an action, like a 12-inch action figure Avatar version of yourself made.
And this is in Orlando?
Yeah, that's the one right now on Disney World. Yeah. You gotta remember Disney World. That's why it's called Disney World. They have all the other parks. It's the big, big, big experience, yo. So
Oh,
you
so
gotta
you
go.
so you basically can get. I'm sorry, fans. I know we supposed to be talking movie stuff, but I don't live in Orlando. He does. So I'm getting, and I know. Yeah, you could talk to him off the air. He talking about it now, so we talking about it now. Hold your nuts, or your cookies.
Yeah.
So so basically, if you go, you can. I can get a pass either directly just for Avatar, or I can get a pass for the whole Disney World, which will probably cost like $300.
Where you get like a park hopper pass where you can go to the different parks or whatever. But yeah, the Avatar Pandora is part of Animal Kingdom. Like
Part of
so you
Animal
have the
Kingdom.
four main you got Animal Kingdom, you have Magic Kingdom, you have Hollywood Studios, and you have Epcot. So those are the four majors.
Do all of that in a week.
You don't. That's every time you come in that park, $200. You won $200 Monday.
Well, you gotta get the. That's why you gotta buy the park hopper, because you can really, if you do a park hopper, you could probably cover everything in a week. You know what I mean? But you just gotta keep jumping, different joints.
And do you get and my last question: do you get another discount if you stay at a Disney hotel where the monorail goes around?
I don't know if you actually get a discount at the hotel a little bit, but Disney.
But the monorail pretty much goes around all the major.
Always remember this: the mouse is about his cheese. Remember that. Yeah. The mouse is about his cheese, so don't think he ate.
Oh, so basically, is that like taking basically like taking the whatchamacallit from JFK back to Jamaica, where they charge you $10 to get on and $10 to get off?
Well, I mean, once the monorail. So once you go there, I don't even remember if the monorail itself costs money. Like once you in Disney World, that's it. The monorail. Yeah. Huh?
Doesn't the monorail? When I was like 3 years old, my parents took me to Disney World.
Yeah, the monorail actually takes you to.
But does the monorail? But does it still come into the hotel? Because I remember that
it comes by the hotel. I don't know. I know there's one that does. There's one I think that's like that. Basically, the monorail, because when you walk into Disney World, you park, and then you go through the gates of Disney World or like Magic Kingdom. But monorail Magic Kingdom is like on an island, so like the monorail takes. The only way you can get to Magic Kingdom is either the monorail or there's a boat, like a ferry, like it's on an island, so you have to go over. You know what I mean? So. But anyway, yeah, man.
It's cane and all my heart.
Cane and all your heart.
I'm going to LA in August. I'm going to have to go to Anaheim. I'm going to just to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
After listening to you, I'm making it a point. I'm going out to Anaheim one night just to go.
Just make sure make sure when you go to Disneyland that it has, because Disneyland does not have everything that Disney World has. Remember that, because Disney World.
I'm
gonna
check. I'm gonna see who got what.
Right, Disney World has 4 different parks. You got Hollywood Studios got all of that Star Wars stuff, like that whole adventure. That's at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah,
and it's real dope. And if you have a little one with you, they could be a youngling. They could go. You put them. They get them dressed up like younglings. They go to the Jedi Academy. It's real dope, yeah, it's real dope. But anyway, we had to talk a little bit about that. But let's jump into, because all right. So now we've been doing these tournaments. We haven't done them in a while. We do different ones. We've done the movie soundtracks, right? When we did that one time, or it was like songs.
We did movie songs.
Yeah, we did movie songs. We also did a tournament of what was it? Action Heroes. That's what it was, right? Right? Action Heroes and Heroes. Right?
We did comic book movies. We did that.
Yeah.
No, did we do comic book movies?
It wasn't comic book movies. It was just action heroes, I think. Because remember, it was
we just
Terminator versus.
But we included the comic book heroes inside of the action one.
Yeah.
Because you know what it was? I think we did 2 separate ones. I think one was action and one was like action with the comic book heroes. Because Hey, I don't remember how, but Scarlett
we had a
women's.
few of them. We do
Yeah.
these tournaments in the style of like March Madness, NCAA, the field of 64 brackets, and we let them battle it out, right? And we go week to week. We go over these things, and we come to a winner after a few weeks.
Oh, hold on, Wes. Before you go forward, let me cue the music.
That's the music. Oh Lord!
All
I'm about to be like,
Wow.
yeah, we gotta give Ralph props because I packed away my my controller that had the applause, so I can't. We just got to give you the applause. So gotta give Ralph a round of applause for his work. He works out on all of the tournaments, and this one he had to do a deep dive. So
this is the hardest one. This was the hardest one because
I could tell. I could tell.
Wes, what did I tell you on the phone when you told me?
He said I wouldn't be able to do that.
As soon as he said, Ralph, as soon as he said you went back to 1970, I almost swerved because I was driving at the time. I was like, what? like I can't even.
Okay. So let me before you give more context to it, let me just break it down for the audience. Let me break it down for the audience before you give more context. So we will be presenting going back, we'll be presenting 5 decades of television, women of television, right? Actresses, television actresses. And we're doing actually the actresses, of course, not the characters that they played, but of course, so we're going to do the tournament of the hottest women of all time.
Oh, shit. Well,
television.
I know the answer to that right now. Claire Huxtable.
That's what you think. That's not as easy as you think it's going to be.
It's not easy, bro. It's not because some of them 70s got something, bro.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, the 70s got a little something.
Let's be honest. Just off the top of the head, Bernadette Stannis. I mean, come on, who the hell ever didn't watch Good Times and didn't love?
Yeah.
Thelma from Good Times.
Thelma and Wilona. Jesus. And both in the same show.
Yeah.
Same show.
There you go. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? So you
talking
so Ralph, give us a quick context of some of the stuff that you did. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna present to the audience. I'm gonna share the screen, present to everybody the lineups. And then by the time we do that, the show will be ready to be over. We'll start the tournament next time.
Now we can't start the tournament today because now the tough part comes is the seeding. How do I seed them? All right.
Lord.
So we came up with this. So we came with this idea to do, which actually some people hit me up on Twitter to do why don't you guys do another one of your tournaments? And I decided, why don't we do the hottest one on TV? There's a couple of rules to this show. When you watch and say, well, I want to get in on this. Number one, you actually had to be a cast member. You could not be a recurring role. So if you weren't a cast member, no matter how long the show was, if you were the recurring role, you had to go. If you were the cast member, you could stay. You actually had to be an adult. Even if you were an adult playing a teenager, that still counts. But if you were a teenager, you couldn't be in it. So there's some people, for example, Kim Fields.
But she wasn't living single though.
She counts for in living single. She can't count for the role of Tootie.
Right, Tootie, right? Because we ain't no pervs up in here. This ain't no perv-ish.
Which goes into the third rule with Parker McKinney. Parker McKinney is one of the sexiest girls walking around, but we all know her as Baby Girl from My Wife and Kids when she was a little kid. She's not the little kid no more. I can't count today.
Yeah, that's the hard part. But you know what? But I see why.
Right, because when she was a cast member, she was a child. The same thing with Paige Hurd. Paige Hurd is great too.
But see, here's the thing, and not to cut off, but here's the thing, because I understand why you're saying it, is because we can't count like just go back, for example, and say Kim Fields. We can't count Kim Fields because Kim Fields was the same age we were when she was acting as a kid. So we could have found her cute and still find her attractive now. Whereas Raven Simone is now an adult, but you can't I understand why you're saying
Raven Simone.
You got to kind of make
like
clarity
Raven
so
Simone,
people understand.
Yeah,
Because people would be like, "Oh, well, the Olsen twins are grown now," but
that's now, not when they were on the show. No,
right,
when they
exactly.
were on the show, exactly.
And
okay,
the third part was this. I know we're doing 70s, 80s, 90s, 2010. I didn't really put anybody from 2020 simply because of the fact you're too new. You're too new to me to count you at all times. There's some lookers, P Valley got a couple of them, but you just got
P Valley got more than a couple of them.
Ralph, I was telling
man, it would have been cool if you would have put that in there because I've been trying to get Shannon, whatever her name is, from P Valley.
Shannon Thornton.
Shannon Thornton. I've been trying to get her on here for the longest because I converse with her a lot on social media, and she just haven't had been able to get up here. But either way, go ahead. But no 2020s too soon.
No 2020s, right?
Yeah.
But those were the three.
And some of those kids, Ralph, some of those that were kids back then have come back around and now they're on shows.
Yeah,
right. Now as adults, like Paige Hurd. Paige Hurd is on Power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's on Power.
Right. There's a couple of people that fit the description. Right. So what I also decided to do was that I said so when I was originally I said I would get each decade 10 people, but once I counted the 2020s, then I expanded to 12 from each decade. But then I also added 4 nostalgia people because you're going to talk about television. There's some people that are before the 70s that still count. When you saw them, you're like,
thank you.
Damn.
Thank you.
Damn.
Thank
so there's
you.
4. There's 4. So, all
right.
So what Wes is going to do, Wes is going to split this screen. And I'm gonna tell everybody the names of people, and then more importantly, what television show they were actually on. In case you don't know,
Lucille Ball. All I know is Lucille Ball and Audrey Hepburn better be on that list, or I'm hanging up on both of y'all.
It's stupid.
Audrey Hepburn.
All right, so
then you might.
Okay, so let's start with the 70s.
We're going to start with the 70s. All right. So our combatants from the 70s is Adrienne Barbeau, who was on the show Maude. You have Bernadette Staines from the show Good Times, Catherine Bach from the show The Dukes of Hazzard, Farrah Fawcett and Jacqueline Smith from the show Charlie's Angels, Lindsay Wagner from the Bionic Woman,
Bionic Girl,
Lonnie Anderson from WKRP in
Cincinnati,
Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. There's just
Wonder Woman.
Oh, wait. Before I keep going, there's one thing I wanted to say. I know you're looking at this list and like you're seeing that picture of Linda Carter. What I try to do is not put them in what
that's
they were on
characters.
Television. So that's why their characters.
Try to use.
I wanted to see the actual person.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And is there a rule? It's only one person per show?
No, because Jacqueline Smith and Farrah Fawcett are both from Charlie's Angels
on the same show.
So that's one.
Okay, I'm wondering why Winona ain't on the list, but okay.
Who?
Winona.
Winona who?
From Good Times.
Oh, well, you had to look at the list and you started matching. Says, okay, if I put Winona on there, who do I knock off? You know.
Right.
So that's why we got this.
Jacqueline Smith.
Also from
you crazy. But anyway, go ahead. Keep going, Ralph. Don't pay attention to that, man.
Also from the 70s, we had Mary Lou Henner from Taxi, Suzanne Summers from Three's Company, Valerie Bertinelli from One Day at a Time, who at the time, although she was playing a teenager in the show, she was a full-grown woman.
She was an adult. Yep.
And last is Victoria Principal from the show Dallas. Those are our competitors from the 70s.
Okay, so
now
let's
you go
move
to the
on
80s.
to the 80s. All right, let me switch it over to the 80s.
All right,
here we go.
Now from the 80s.
Oh, see now y'all got. I'm done here now. Now I'm ready to throw in the towel. Go ahead.
It's hard. All right, from the 80s, you have Erin Gray, who was on 2 shows at the same time. She was on Silver Spoons and also Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. Holly Robinson from 21 Jump Street. Jack A from 227. Jasmine Guy from A Different World. Joan Collins from Dynasty. Justine Bateman from Family Ties. Lisa Bonet from The Cosby Show. Marky Post, who was also on 2 shows. She was on The Fall Guy, and she was more famous for Night Court. Morgan Fairchild, who was on the show Falcon Crest. Olivia Brown from Miami Vice.
Oh, man.
Right. Pamela Hensley. People say, I don't know who she is. Pamela Hennessy was on 2 shows. She was Princess Ardala on Buck Rogers in 25th Century. And she was also on Matt Houston. And last but not least, to fulfill Kevin's dream, Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show.
Well, she ain't fulfilling a dream. She's just the goddess.
Sorry, she's not a person, but I thought about Felicia Rashad. And then there's a couple of before we keep going, there is a couple of alternatives that I'm gonna bring up if somebody in one of the time decades said, well, what about this person? There are some other alternatives if someone has to come off.
Right.
But we'll get to that at the end.
We'll get to that. Okay. So let's go to the 90s.
All right. Now the 90s. Okay, we have Alyssa Milano from the show Charmed. Christina Applegate from the show Married with Children. Garcelle Bouveau from the Jamie Foxx Show. Heather Locklear from Melrose Place. Jennifer Aniston.
She could have been in the 80s. Dynasty.
Right.
She could have been in the 80s.
I thought about that. She could, because she was on 2 shows in the 80s.
Dynasty.
The 90s,
she was on Fall Guy too, right?
Really stamped her in there. No, Heather was on. She was on TJ Hooker and she was on Dynasty.
TJ Hooker and Dynasty. Yeah.
But Melrose Place is a show that really stamped her as damn. So I'm keeping her in the 90s. Jennifer Aniston from Friends. Karen Parsons from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Kirstie Alley from Cheers. Lucy Lawless from Xena the Warrior Princess. Pamela Anderson from Baywatch. Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Terry Hatcher from Lois and Clark, The Adventures of Superman. And Tiffany Thiessen from Beverly Hills 90210. More so than Saved by the Bell.
And Saved by the Bell. And
like I said,
Saved by the Bell, she was younger.
So we can when we're done.
Yeah. Okay, this is good.
But
this is good. Terry Hatcher.
I hope there is a replacement because Kirstie Alley wasn't all that. She just had pretty eyes.
But that's what it was, though. That's what it was, though. Those eyes was crazy, bro.
No, they wasn't crazy. It was all right. They
drew
just
everybody
to body.
Bro, she was that ish for that minute when she came on Cheers.
Like I said, we can go back after we announce. We can go back and if somebody, if we can put it to a vote, and if we think this person is better, then okay. So let's go to 2000s.
2000s.
It's a little hard. All right, so 2000s. We got. I know. We got.
I wish I had my. I don't have my. I wish I had my mixer here that had all of the sound effects and stuff, but nah, I had to pack it.
That's all right. Next week. All right. So first up, we have Eliza Cutler from the show 24, Eva Longoria from Desperate Housewives, Jennifer Garner from Alias, Jennifer Love Hewitt from Ghost Whisperer, Jeremy Ryan from Star Trek Voyager.
She was also on Party of Five too.
Yeah, she was. Jessica Alba from Dark Angel, Kelly Coco from The Big Bang Theory, Christian Bell from Veronica Mars. Yeah, I see. Nicole Erie Parker from Soul Food, Persia White
TV
from
show
Girlfriends. TV show Soul Food, Persia White from Girlfriends, Sophia Vergara from Modern Family.
I'm surprised. Wait, hold on, Ralph. I don't mean to pause you, but I'm surprised that you didn't say this one from Girlfriends. Hey, you should have just said the whole Girlfriends cast.
I would, but no.
You didn't want to be biased.
I thought that. Yeah, I didn't want to be biased because
we know Ralph loved that show.
We know almost everybody from Girlfriends could get on there.
They all hot.
They all
hot. And who's the last one? Trisha Helfer.
The last pick is Trisha Helfer from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh Jesus! What happened to? Oh damn! My girl got left out.
Like I said, this alternates. I got a lot of alternates.
Right. Okay, so now finally the 2010s.
2010s. All right. There's a lot of melanin in this one.
Oh yeah, a lot of melanin going on here.
Right. We got DeWanda Wise from She's Gotta Have It.
Yes.
Gabrielle Union from Being Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Jernelle Smollett from True Blood, not Lovecraft County, True Blood.
Yes.
Kerry Washington from Scandal. Maggie Q from Nikita.
Maggie! Yes! She made it!
Where's Lucy Liu?
That's
for what?
You gotta go back.
Oh, go back. Go ahead.
Gotta go back.
So keep going.
All right. Marina Baccarin from Gotham. Nicole Bahari from Sleepy Hollow.
Nicole Bahari, baby.
Right. A sleeper, but I like her. Olivia Chang from Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Priyanka Chopra from Quantico.
You dump her.
Rose.
I'm about to mute his mic.
She's the number one seed out the 2010s.
Oh, Jesus, help them, Lord.
Rosario.
Yo, you got. See,
Rosalind Sanchez.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go. Say something else, Wes.
And lastly, Sophia Turner from Game of Thrones.
Say something else. Say something else about
that whole bottom. That whole bottom row is like all my future ex-wives. So
say something else about a Chopra.
Man, let me tell you something.
Right. Now we got one. Now, as I said before, I do have 4 nostalgia people. So we're gonna do that. The last 4, and this is where Kevin's gonna hang up. But we got Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dawn Wells from Gilligan's Island, Diane Carroll from Julia, and Nichelle Nichols from Star Trek.
Oh, Nichelle Nichols. Nichelle Nichols,
That's R64. Now, Kevin is talking about where's Lucy Liu. Okay.
No, Lucille Ball. Well, both Lucys. Where's Lucy Liu and where's Lucille Ball?
Okay, here's the thing with Lucille Ball, right?
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna say this. Lucille Ball is probably the most famous comedian actress of all time.
Okay, all right, I'll give it to you. I'll give you that.
But if you want to compare Lucille Ball, does she look better than Barbara Eden?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's up for debate. I wouldn't have put Lucy on this because of one reason. I would have put her on because she was never portrayed on television
as a sex symbol.
But that's the whole point. She didn't have to be.
No, I'm not saying that.
And maybe if it was
doesn't mean that she wasn't beautiful. She was. That's not my point. I probably wouldn't have picked Lucy.
And I have to make an apology too. I apologize about the R.G. Hepburn thing because we are talking about just TV and not movie, not film.
Yeah. But like you say, that could be the next one. Would be film, and that's gonna be hard too. But Nichelle Nichols, I feel we have to find a way to put her in there because she made history on television. No, she's not in the list. She's not in the original, like the full list, right? You said this is nostalgia. Oh, so they're in the tournament. They're not honorable mentions. They're in it.
No. These 4 are in the tournament.
Got you. Yeah. Okay, so this consists of television, and that includes obviously cable television shows and regular network television shows. Got you.
Right. Oh, I also got to make this. Also, one of the other rules: it could not be a reality TV show. Reality TV shows do not count.
So I don't watch them anyway, so that I wouldn't know outside of Snooki, I wouldn't know a reality TV, and Cardi B, I wouldn't know a reality TV show.
Well, Kim Kardashian is technically a reality TV show.
Kardashian.
Oh yeah, okay, and her. Okay,
But
so
I agree. Keep reality television out of it. And plus, a lot of people, other than like the ones that, a lot of people that end up on reality TV was on TV anyway at some point.
Exactly. At some point they were. So
unless
that's
it's like
my
the
list
real
now.
world or something.
now did I see hear you say Diane Carroll?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I was going to question that when you mentioned what's it called, and I didn't hear her name. I was like, wait a minute, but I'm letting them finish. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
Diane
Diane
Carroll.
Carroll, yeah.
Now, as far as you saying Lucy Liu, because like she is on my alternates. Like I have 2, 4, 6. I have 7 alternates for the 90s, and Lucy Liu is one of them.
Because she's on Elementary, right? Or
Yeah,
whatever.
she's on Elementary.
no, she was on Ally McBeal.
On
She was on Ally
that.
McBeal.
Yes, she was. She
Right,
was.
so
But she was also on Elementary. I think her longer run was on Elementary though.
But she first got known for Ally McBeal, so I would put her for Ally McBeal.
Which is
more than
what?
Elementary.
The 2000s?
That's in the 90s.
That's in the
That's
90s,
in the
Ally
90s.
McBeal.
Well, Ally McBeal is in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right. So like there are some people in the 90s that if we felt that that
So
person
let's
could
just
come
say,
off,
so we got Lucy Liu. So let's go to the 90s. Who are we bumping out of here for Lucy Liu? I would not bump Lucy Lawless. I would, you know who Kevin gonna say, Kirstie Alley.
That shit would go.
Kevin
Because
gonna say
outside of
Kirstie
the
Alley.
eyes, what does she offer?
Nah, but Kirstie Alley at
raspy
one
voice,
point.
tall, long,
At
really
one
long
point,
legs,
Kirstie Alley, that little moment that she had, she was big. She was hot at one point. Because then when she went after Cheers, then she started getting the movie joints. You know what I'm saying? Kirstie Alley was hot at one point, man.
She was okay.
Yeah.
Now these are the alternates that I have for the 90s. Right.
Mhm.
I do have pictures, but I can't. It'll take too long to send you. So the alternates I have for the 90s are Lucy Liu for Ally McBeal, Eliza Dushku for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Nicole Eggert for Baywatch.
Oh, Nicole
Nikki
Eggert,
Cox
yeah.
for Nikki Cox for Unhappily Ever After or Las Vegas. Nia Peoples for Walker, Texas Ranger. Juliana Margulies for ER. Or Catherine Bell for Jag.
Listen. Don't Lucy Liu and Juliana Margulies better make it on that list. I don't give a damn.
Juliana Margulies, man, she had that look too with the hair.
Now.
All right, so I feel like I don't know. I feel like
Juliana Margulies or what's her face? Or Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes got to go. Sorry.
Let's see. I think it's between the 90s and the 2000s because you can stick Lucy Liu in the 2000s. Well, when did Elementary come out?
That was the 2000s.
That was the 2000s.
Yeah.
You could stick her in there for Elementary
as
well if we needed to. I think it'd be easier to bump someone from the 2000s than from the 90s, in my opinion. Because at that point, almost everybody on this list from the 90s was like worshipped on their television show. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. Everyone on this list.
What's her face can get bumped for Juliana Margulies?
All of these people.
All right,
on this list.
I'm looking at this now. If we add,
I'm sorry, Ralph. Unless you're gonna do Juliana Margulies for The Good Wife, which was in the 2000s.
True. Okay, wait. Hold on a second. If you want to put Lucy Liu on here, then for Elementary comes out in the 2010s. So you have to take someone out of the 2010s and add her there.
Damn, that's tough. Well, maybe old girl. I would. The only one that I see on here that I'd bump, honestly, is Olivia Chen. I take her out and put in Lucy Liu for Elementary.
I agree.
No one else. You can't touch no one else on this list.
Okay. Then all right. Hold on a minute. Then I will take Olivia Chang out.
Sorry, Olivia.
And
Sorry,
we are going to.
Oh, wait a minute!
Right,
I just realized that. Why ain't Olivia? What's her face? Wild.
No, Olivia Wilde.
Yeah, why she not on here?
Olivia Wilde
from House.
Oh, well, like I said, I can't have everybody there. I can only have 60.
Have everybody. We just gotta keep going.
You talk about eyes and body. That's it right there.
So Lucy Liu. Well, we'll go back to that. So Lucy Liu's gonna come.
All right. So we changed. So I'm in the actual master file. It's not changed on here because this is a copy. But the actual
copy. Yeah.
Olivia Chang got took out and Lucy Liu got put in 2010s.
Why do I feel like the universe is going to come back and bite me for doing that? Somewhere in the future, that chick is going to see me and be like, "I got bumped because of you."
I know.
You have seen Warrior. I mean, she's kind of tough in Warrior.
She is.
Yeah.
She's extremely tough. The other person that you said you want now you have this gripe with Kirstie Alley in the 90s, right? So add who else? Who would you now if you feel like you want to replace Kirstie Alley with Juliana Margulies? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
At least two people got to agree with that one.
Let me think. I mean, just pound for pound. I don't have a big issue with it. I would like Kirstie Alley to be in it because she was, at her time, in her moment, when she was on Cheers, and then just right after that, she was pretty big. She was pretty hot.
All I got to say is, where are they now?
And then,
where is she now? Where's her wrinkled old ass now?
And then,
wrinkled old ass still. Because she could still get it. I mean, Kirstie Alley still kind
of. No,
Kirstie Alley got that beautiful. Kirstie Alley got that beautiful, but those eyes is off the chain. But I mean, ain't no big deal either way.
Yeah, stop right. You see, Ralph. Let me tell you what Wes is doing right now. What Wes is doing right now is he loves her because of her cultural reference, and because of that, she gets to stand high on the podium. But she gets hooked off because Juliana Margulies is just that it. She's just that sophistication of fun.
Well, I'm literally putting them together in my mind, and I'm like, who is just? I don't know. I think Juliana Margulies is overall maybe better looking. Maybe, but I thought Kirstie Alley was sexier. Just the way she was. It might have been the voice. It might have been the raspy voice, the tall raspy voice.
Okay,
it might have been
Juliana, I'm sorry. I love you. It's not my fault that these two guys are stuck on. My brothers are stuck on eyes.
Oh Lord. Eyes are the gateway to the soul, buddy. Gateway to the soul, buddy. And remember, she was a brunette at that point, killing it. When everybody was like the blondes, right? She was one of the only brunettes at that moment. But so is Julianne Margulies from. Don't get me wrong, from ER. There's something about her. She has just nice, natural beauty to her that I like. But she was more like. It's just like how I felt about when you look at what's her name and who played Catwoman in the Nolan films. What's her name? Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway to me is very pretty, and some people maybe say she's beautiful, but she's not sexy to me. Like she's not sexy. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I didn't really like her playing Catwoman. You put her against any of the other people that played Catwoman.
But she's not sexy. I thought she pulled it off well. But I see what you're saying. She is
not sexy.
She is a bring her home to mom and you ain't got to worry about mom looking at her like, is she a slut? No, she ain't.
She's bringing mom a gift. She's bringing mom a gift.
You bring mom a gift. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's great. She's a great actor and all that stuff. But
when you break up,
I never looked at her and was never like, she's sexy. You know what I mean?
I like her smile. You have to get that to her. She
has a gorgeous smile.
Dynamite
smile is everything.
Dynamite smile.
That's the reason why when you break up with her, mom is like, she's still invited to the barbecue.
Maybe why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Since we we have back and forth on it. Why don't we put that out there for a vote for the audience? Make a poll. Want to make a poll? Who should make the 90s list between those two?
Okay.
Let the audience
everybody who don't like Kevin don't get a vote. Now, keep it moving.
It's just we'll let the audience decide who should be out there. We'll run a poll this week.
I'm going to send you a picture of Julian Margulies with a poll.
Okay.
Can we all inspect this picture and all vote on that? That's the picture that should be used. I don't know. I trust Ralph, but I don't trust him with that one.
Well, I just posted the pictures, right?
Right. This is her. This is a more recent picture of her from the good whatever, right?
That's from the good wife. I must admit, I do like the bang coming over her eye. I do.
I'm going to disagree and say I like curly hair, Julia Margulies.
The curly hair.
I do too. Style she wore from
this picture looks like this is from this picture looks like from the time she's doing The Good Wife, which is This is a good looking picture though.
No, she looks great, but I mean, I preferred now the funny thing is her straight hair look
like a peg.
The straight hair look makes her look obviously more mature and maybe even a little more sexier because of the
little Jessica Rabbit swing she got going on.
Right, a little bit of Jessica Rabbit. It's giving Jessica Rabbit, right? So the curly hair makes her look a little younger because she was younger when she wore that curly hair. But it was a great signature.
Oh, you know what, Ralph? That actually what Wes just brought up is a very good point. You know what? Maybe you should use one of the pictures from then, because that'll give a better because literally
that's what she's really known for. Is from ER.
Yeah, because that's
more so than this.
Yeah, because that's the area you're coming from, and B on top of all of that, I forgot about the fact that she was in ER. That's where she got her start. So yeah, that would be the better picture to show. Because off the rip, everybody's going to say what Wes is saying right now. Like, yo, she does look more sophisticated. And if you show a picture of what's her face right now, it ain't going to be no comparison. Like, you got to go with both of them from back then.
Wow, you really got the Chrissy Alley hate, don't you? You really got it going on.
Kev be hating Kirstie. Right. He hate Kirstie Alley because of the person she is. Ain't got nothing to do with her looks.
No, you know what it is?
Kev,
I take care of it.
Kev be like, because if they say something or do something Kev don't like, then he gonna leave them off the list. Ain't got nothing to do with him. He does a damn shit.
What can I say? Listen,
I know you, bro. Over 20 years, I know you. Now, see, this is how I remember her.
Yeah. That's what I said. Because
I know that's from the show. Maybe you could find a picture of her where she had her hair kind of like this. That's not from the show because you don't want to use the picture. From the show.
That'll be fine. I mean that if we use that picture, that's okay. That one is okay. I didn't
cut the body from the neck up.
Yeah, I just did not want to put like Pamela Anderson in the red suit and Linda Carter in the
right, exactly. Like, just put because we know what they're from. Okay, cool. So we'll use these pictures and we'll put that to a vote for the audience, for our audience. They can vote on who.
Look at how fine she is. Look,
the 90s.
It's almost like Scarlett Johansson stole her look. Look at how fine she is.
Mm-hmm. And they kind of favor her too. That she
They
kind
do.
of favor each other. They kind of favor each other. Yeah. So cool. I mean, I think this is. I think it's dope, man. It's good work by you, Ralph.
Very good work, brother. I
now, do we have? Is there any other time periods where you guys want to replace somebody or put it up to discussion? Like, could we put someone
really,
else?
all I say is if we'll decide on Kirstie Alley, but the '90s is looking lit. The '80s, you gotta love the '80s, man. I wouldn't really change anybody out of here. I'm just telling you.
The only reason why I ain't got much to say is because I don't remember names. But if I start remembering names from some of these shows, then they ain't gonna make it in anyway because they ain't even on the docket.
Now the 2000s. Now there are some people who
you could probably switch out,
but I couldn't switch them out. Like I would put not for nothing. Kelly Coco gets all the press from a Big Bang Theory, but really the hot one was really Melissa Rauch that played Bernadette.
That's your opinion now.
She's the hottest girl.
Kelly Coco that's your opinion. Kelly Coco is the hot girl on the show.
Listen, she is, but I have to agree with Ralph on this.
No, I get what you're
Melissa
saying.
Rauch was
But bruh, when you think about Big Bang Theory, you think about her. You think about this one right here. When you think about Big Bang Theory,
I think about most people. That's a scientist in real life. That's just the nerd in me.
Most people, when you think about, that's why. I mean, let's be honest. Why is she the one who's able to go on? She's the biggest one off the show. She pretty much was able to go off and do her own thing.
Homegirl hosts Jeopardy every night. Thank you very much.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
Okay. So she's the female Alex Trebek. Great.
Stop it.
Very sexy.
It's just like a Clark brother to pull out a razor and just start cutting you at the knees. Don't even bust you in the face. He start cutting you at the knees so you can't walk. See?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just
like
saying.
I got a bunch.
You
of
have to. I think if people were to judge this list, there would be more of an uproar if you left out Kaylee Coco and put on the other one.
I don't know.
You can't leave her out. You can't leave her out. The show is literally about her character, about these guys with her character. All of the other ones were.
But the show is that. But this is not called Who's the Show About. It's called
That's Right.
The Finest Woman.
The finest one. Yeah, true.
This
is true.
Good point, Kev. Good point.
But that's just that's a matter of opinion.
Oh,
now, if you want to go ahead and the only way to settle that is to find a way to put her in and let them go, let them battle.
All right. Well, do we? Is this another one we leave up to the audience?
For the 2000s, there was a bunch of other ladies that I had pulled out. And I'm gonna tell you who they were real fast, and then, for the 2000s,
I got a feeling I don't need to hear this.
Well, I got a bunch. I have a girl named Ariel Cabell that was on the Vampire Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Scott from Birds of Prey. Brittany Daniels from The Game. Deborah Ann Wolfe from True Blood.
Oh, I like that.
Demetra McKinney from House of Pain. Sexy. Emmanuel, I never pronounced her last name right, but she was on Entourage. Kat Graham from the Vampire Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
I got the little nerd thing, if you want to call it. Christian Crunk from Smallville. Is that her name? Christian?
Yeah, Christian Crunk. Yeah, she. Yeah, a lot of people loved her, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She played Lana Lang. Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, listen,
a lot of people love Kristen.
Why? I don't understand. Why is she not on this list?
So like I said, like who was that going to bump out?
No, what you need to do is explain to me how she didn't make the list.
Like I said, that's why she's an alternate. I also got here Lisa Ray from All of Us. I already said Melissa Rauch. The girl who I really wanted to put on here, but I just couldn't justify it. Natalie Rotano from VIP.
Yeah. Oh,
I really want.
You wilding right now. Oh, let me just explain. Big up to shout out to Heaven Hollywood. He said, of all time, are we starting with a certain year? Yeah, Heaven Hollywood. Just to recap, since you just got in here, we actually doing 5 decades, all the way up to the 2010s. So we start with, if you can see the screen, you can see here from the 70s. Here are the contestants from the 70s. We're doing a Field of 64 tournament. This is the 70s, of course. Bernadette Stannis is in there. You know, here's the 80s, which right here. Highlight. There's a lot of them there, of course. Lisa Bonet, Felicia Rashad, both from the same show, but Lisa Bonet also was in A Different World. So it's funny because Lisa Bonet was in 2 shows. So she was in Cosby Show and A Different World. Jasmine Guy, Different World.
Now wait.
We got
not for nothing. When it came to this,
the whole girl from A Different World,
Freddie,
the curly hair with the light skin.
Yes, I'm very. I was like, I need Cree Summer in here. I think Cree Summer.
Got to.
Cree Summer, because I think she's better looking than Jasmine Guy.
Ralph, you listen, bro. You are. Thank you.
Cree Summer was,
I wish I could
Summer
go.
Was dope.
Oh
she
my
was
God.
not hotter than Jasmine.
You're bugging. You're bugging.
Yes, she was.
I wish we could go to back in the day.
This is called hottest women on TV. Nah, bro. We're not talking about pretty wholesome women on TV. We're talking about
who looks better now and who's still working. Thank you. That's all I got to say.
This is not called still working.
But
this is not called.
Yo, you stupid Ralph. Oprah's still working.
No, I'm saying both of them are still working. But personally, from the first time I saw her, I was like, oh my gosh, she is so damn cute with those curls. And the one episode where all she had on was that T-shirt, I was like,
y'all niggas.
She went wrong.
All I gotta say is this.
Jesus.
y'all. I look. There's a bunch of secondary characters that we could
stop it.
We could go into and say that this person, but it's about hottest, right? At that point, Jasmine Guy was the hottest thing on television. No. That's what you know how she was the hottest on television. I'll tell you how. Because Eddie Murphy went and put her in a movie. And every time when you got somebody that's the hottest out, Eddie go and snatch him up so he can throw his tongue down their throat. So
I will give you that. I will give you that. He was a bus boy, literally.
So he would go in
screwing everything that moved. I will give you that.
Yeah,
but still, it does not mean that Jasmine Guy was flyer or hotter than Cree Summers. Cree Summers had a better body than her.
Bro.
Yeah, she did.
Like I said, all I'm saying.
Listen.
You can't. So you gonna take Jasmine Guy off this list to put Cree Summer on? So who you taking off of this list to put on Cree Summer?
Yo, Ralph, do you hear the possession in his voice? Like who you moving? Because I know you ain't moving her.
You can't. It's not valid. Wait. You can't move the hottest person that was most. Wait. You can't move the person that the majority would probably consider was one of the hottest on the show.
Listen, I disagree. The majority on this 3-panel right here is me and Ralph.
Okay. Like I said, so you're gonna remove Jasmine Guy for Cree Summer?
Yes, I would, because good Lord, that girl is fine.
Okay. Nah.
All right, well, wait a minute. For the 80s, I also had 2 other alternatives. I had Stephanie Kramer from the show Hunter and Jay Battler from V.
Right, the original one.
The original ones. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but wait a minute. That means we didn't include the other chick from the other V.
No, that was in the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
No, I got her in there, but I got her in there for that's Miranda Bracken. That got her in there for Gotham. So
okay.
Heaven Hollywood said, "Take a poll and y'all will get laughed at." I agree.
Evan. I really appreciate
You know what? Hold on, wait a minute. On a side note, I gotta say to Heaven Hollywood, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be cheaper to keep him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, bro? Because I don't think.
Yeah, he said if y'all would move Jasmine Guy and put Cree Summer at that time, y'all would get laughed at.
I don't think so, man. I don't know. I don't know about
see,
that.
This is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is this. Yeah, see, I hate when
I've had this argument with dudes back in the day. We argued about this.
Y'all making me look like I'm going against somebody who I think is very pretty. That's not my point. All I'm saying is, if you want to sell it, then take somebody out and put there. Just don't take out Jasmine Guy. And then if they happen to go against each other, we will see Jasmine Guy.
He's standing in front of this spot.
You can't take out Jasmine
15,
Guy,
like, look, I dare you to come over here and remove Jasmine. I dare you.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
It would certainly be tough to have this kind of list and not have Jasmine Guy on it. Now, if this was like a top 100, then yeah, I'll put Crease on there. But would it be
because I mean, let's put in perspective. Also, you know, that's why I bring in other factors as well, because it's a.
Here we go with the factors. If
you're just gonna go okay, but you have to use factors, because if we just simply go on who looks better, then it's just going to be a matter of opinion from start to finish. There's nowhere to judge it.
Here's the bottom line, though. The only reason why she would win, the only reason why Jasmine Guy would really win this, in all honesty, is because she was a fan favorite of everybody, not just dudes. Like, she was a fan favorite of women as well. Yeah. So it definitely would, you know, all jokes aside, I love Cree Summers, but I do understand the fact that just on a popularity level, her box would get checked before Cree would.
Well, definitely on a popularity level, yeah.
Well, with that being said, would you replace, because I was on the fence with her, Jackie, would you replace Jackie with Robin Gibbons?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. No. No. Yeah, leave Jack A. Fuck Robin.
I mean, Jack A, once again, well, like I said, I Robin Gibbons was definitely hot, but see, Robin Gibbons wasn't on TV for long, was she? Mm-hmm. She wasn't on TV for very long.
But same thing like you just said with Jasmine Guy. Eddie Murphy scooped her up to be smooched on in Boomerang. So I mean,
yeah, he did the same thing with Robin. I'm just saying, my whole point of doing that was Eddie always snatched the hottest girl at that time, where it's like hottest at that moment, whether it was from television, film, or whatever. Then Eddie would snatch him up and put him in a movie.
All I'm gonna say is, and I'm saying this on the record, I don't care if we get back to her. I think she got the better Pete. If you ask me, I think Jasmine Guy Pete stink. So now she ain't got WAP. That's all I'm saying. And she probably don't even know how to use her body. Now,
damn, that's just
yeah, wrong. I know. I'm just being low down and dirty because I didn't win. So I don't care.
I mean, like I said, there's some people. There are some
Jasmine Guy was the most popular one on the show, even when Lisa Bonet was on it. She became.
Yeah, she was. That's why I said that. That is one of the other reasons why I said that, because she was the most popular. If there was no Cosby Show, I don't think Lisa Bonet would be if it was just off of A Different World, even though the spinoff was kind of sort of about her to a degree.
No, it was. The spinoff was about her. That's why the spinoff existed.
No, but what I'm saying is, if there wasn't a Cosby Show, and if A Different World just came out with just her, and started, just all of them starting off fresh, Jasmine Guy would definitely as she did, would have, trumped everything on there.
Now, here's the other question.
Now, personally, I believe
Right,
Lisa
from the
Bonet is better looking than
most definitely.
But as far as popularity go, the character and all that stuff, it was Whitley.
Because if we going by best looking, it's her, Cree Summers, and a close tie, and then Jasmine Guy.
Well, wait.
And they were all. I thought they were. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought all of them were beautiful in that show.
Yeah, and also I forgot we leaving out Sexy Chocolate too, Shorty.
Yeah. Right.
I forget her name, but Shorty, Sexy Chocolate, that was in there.
But now here's the other flip question. From Different World, do you replace Jasmine Guy with Jada Pinkett Smith? And just keeping it from the show.
Oh, I forgot she was it. Yo,
Jada was on. Yeah, Jada was on there. You couldn't put her in there.
That.
So here's. He said, "Wait a minute, where's Heather Locklear?" Yeah, she's there.
She's on there. She's on there.
She's there, bro.
She's in the 90s,
we didn't put her on
there.
for Dynasty. We put her in the 90s from what was the one she was in from
Melrose Place.
Yeah, Melrose Place. Yeah,
Melrose Place.
Yeah, she's on there. He said, "Y'all tripping?" Nah, we good. She's in there.
Y'all tripping? Nah, she there.
He didn't put Heather. He asked about Heather Thomas. Heather Thomas is not on there though.
Who's Heather Thomas?
She's from
Heather Thomas was on the Fall Guy. She was on the Fall Guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was bad too. She was bad too.
All right. She is an alternate.
She fell by the wayside.
Same thing. Who do I take out from the 80s and put her in there?
There's really no one, because you can't take out Morgan Fairchild. You can't take out. Well, there's a couple you might be able to take. I don't know. Aaron Gray, no.
The only person I said that you might be able to take out from this time period is maybe Justine Bateman.
Maybe Justine Bateman from that time period. Justine Bateman. The funny thing with Justine Bateman was just hotter when she wasn't on Family Ties. Like when you see, like, look at this
she
picture.
Just went by the wayside.
Yeah, he just went by. He said, "Catherine Box." Yeah, but Catherine Box in the 70s, bro. Catherine Box in the 70s. He's like, wait a minute, Catherine Box. Yeah, she's in the 70s. Yeah, that's what I said. She's there in the 70s. Adrian Barbeau, Catherine Bach, Bernadette Stanis, Farrah Fawcett. The 70s is heavy though. 70s is heavy, yo. Farrah, Catherine Bach, Bernadette, freaking Jacqueline Smith, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. Come on, bro. And of course, Suzanne Summers. You got to have Chrissy Snow from Three's Company.
Janet was fine too.
Huh? Well, she was, but she was not. No, Suzanne Summers.
I think Janet had the better WAP. I don't know.
Yeah, you crazy.
Listen, because I know plenty of chicks that are fine, but the box is wet.
Hey, wait. While I'm thinking about this, Wes, when I make these C's up, we cannot open the show up to WAP. We can't do that one. That's just.
Oh no, we not gonna.
I'm just saying.
We gonna be on.
I'm just saying.
We might as well just call it. We might as well just call that show the male chauvinist.
Yo, stop.
We should just call that the male chauvinist pig show. Come on, playing WAP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. We gotta show some dignity here.
We haven't gone far enough.
No, we really haven't. We really haven't.
Let's go.
We can't do that. We can't play
Let's
WAP.
go. Let's be on go.
Oh Lord, I can't. So just wrapping it up. Let you so you can see what's going on here. Yeah, you have a point. Heather Thomas at one point, she was one of the hottest things on TV. Heather Thomas was bad. She was a bad one.
Yeah, I just sent the picture of Heather Thomas so people could see who she was. I just posted a picture of her so people could see. If you want to post it, people could see who Heather Thomas is. They're probably like, who the hell is Heather Thomas? So there's a picture there so y'all can see what she looks like. You know. Now for the 90s, I know Kev was saying about Terry Hatcher. I think Terry Hatcher or Sarah Michelle Gellar could be replaced. One of those two.
Yeah.
I
can see that.
But that's all she was really known for was the damn bikinis.
Well, she was in the
all
Fall
she was
Guy.
known for was the bikini.
No, but she was in Fall Guy. I would take her over Sarah Miguel's. What's her face?
Buffy.
I'd take her over Buffy.
Different time.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know different time period. Honestly, I mean that's just my opinion. I don't debate her being on the list because people did love Buffy and they love Sarah Michelle Gellar, but I never.
But they mainly loved her because she was Buffy. Let's keep it a buck. It wasn't for nothing else except for the fact that she was Buffy. And listen, she was cute. She was easy on the eyes, but she was not homegirl. That's
I
all
like
I'm
Eliza.
saying.
I liked Eliza. I liked Eliza that played the evil one. I liked her. You know, then she backed it up with
I mean, she you know, it's funny because you know she did. I liked her. I liked Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Where's Maggie Q?
Oh, she's on here. Sarah Michelle Gellar to me didn't become sexy till I saw her in
we talking TV, so if it's a movie, it don't count.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Cruel Intentions.
But
I know it don't count, but still, that's when you said
still.
No, you got to close your eyes to it because if it ain't TV, it don't count.
So if that's the case, then I never really saw it in Buffy. That was just me. But yeah, I mean, I could see why.
Like I said, I like Eliza. I keep saying her name, Deshuku. I liked her. Faith, the one that played Faith. I liked her. Because I thought she could fight.
So why did she end up on the list?
So what do you think is going to be the hardest? Who do you think is going to be the hardest decade? And how do we plan on matching them? I know the seeding is going to be tough. It's going to be tough to do the seeding.
Going to be. I have not.
2000s though. 2000s is heavy, yo. The 2000s is heavy though. Because DeWanda Wise, Gabrielle Union, Journey Smollett, Kerry Washington, Maggie Q. Oh, it's heavy, bro.
Of course, your perv ass is gonna pick Jerry Smollett. I already know. I already know. Whatever she comes up with, it's gonna be Journey. It's gonna be the Smollett.
That's the thing. You don't know who she's gonna go up against. I don't even know who she's gonna put her up against just yet.
Oh, that's true.
I gotta figure that part out as far as seeding. I mean, each time period does have a number one, like the one.
But is that how you doing it? Are you doing it by? Are you seeding them by time period, or is it mixed match?
It's going to have to be a mixed match, but each time period has a number one, right?
Well, eventually, yeah.
So my brother says
when you come down, but it might not though.
My brother says so. The disrespect for 6. He's talking about Jenna Von Oy from Blossom. The disrespect for 6.
She was
also
a
played
baby.
later. She was kid. No, you didn't hear our rules, Have.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you didn't hear the rules.
The part of the rule was they had to be an adult on the show at the time. So, for instance, you know, the time that they was on that show, I don't
really know.
They could have been an adult playing a teenager. She was young. You could be an adult playing a teenager, like on 90210. All of them were full grown adults playing.
But
teenagers.
we ain't going. As cute as she is, ain't nobody talking about no Raven Simone right now. That's just even the thought of it just makes me
on Moesha. I don't remember how old Jenna Von Oil was. Yeah, on Moesha she was on Moesha, so she was older then.
Yeah,
so she could probably qualify on Moesha, not Blossom.
But Brandy can't.
Not Blossom.
Yeah, not Blossom.
She won't qualify for Blossom.
Yes,
Brandy was young too.
The Parkers.
Oh, Jennifer Oy was on the Parkers too, right? Did she move over to that?
I think, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was on.
Yeah,
she was on Moesha.
Yeah, Jennifer Oy was on the Parkers.
On the Parkers, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
She was mainly on the Parkers. So yeah, she could be onto that one. Let me see here.
And that would fall in the 90s, though, right?
I mean,
when did that fall? When was that was the 90s, wasn't it?
That was the 90s.
That would be the 90s. That'd be in the 90s. No, because there are other people like there's no like Tisha Campbell is not on there.
Oh damn! Cam is not on there.
Tisha Arnold, Tisha Arnold with that ass is not on there.
Oh wow,
she's not on there.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
I mean,
it's tough to get everybody.
It's tough.
I mean, some of them, like we said, I think the ones that are like alternates, we start putting it to a vote, put it on, put it out there, take a poll, and we see who should be on. That way, I don't think I would. What he say? Y'all don't. He said y'all remember that.
The same thing with the 2010s. I got a bunch of other people.
What you did last summer.
Like I said, I got a bunch of other people in the 2010s.
He talking about Brandy. He said y'all. I
got a bunch of.
He said this panel don't like Brandy.
Well, because Brandy was only 16 or 15 when she did Moesha. We can't pick her.
So she can't.
She wasn't an adult when she did.
Wasn't an adult.
That's why we.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I can't pick her now. If you want to sit there and say you want to pick her because she was on the game, okay. That could be.
She was an adult on the game.
Exactly. Done. She was an adult on the game.
Right. Right. Remember, everyone remember the rules, the ground rules. The reason why we do that. I mean, the ground rules was they had to be an adult at the time that they were on their show that we picked them on.
Right.
So obviously she was most known for Moesha, and she was not an adult when she was on Moesha. She started Moesha, and then same deal. So that's how that applies. That's how you get people. That's why what we said earlier was we couldn't use Kim Fields, but you could use her for living single. You can use her for living single. You just couldn't use her.
I realize that. Why is Queen Latifah? Why Dana Owens ain't on that list?
Because once again, you don't have room for everybody. There's like I said, there's a bunch of people that's not on this list. On there.
Right.
You know,
I'm feeling a little offended, and I'm not even from Jersey.
Yeah.
You know what, man? You gotta stop with the Jersey disrespect. For real.
Right. She would not make this list unless Robert Kelly was making it. Exactly. Unless Robert Kelly was making it. That's what.
Wow.
Then we would have had so like I said, I would have put Parker McKinney on this list, but I can't put Baby Girl on this list. I could put her now, but not before.
He said Queen Latifah, Cleo, Kev. He said Kev, stop.
Listen. Stop. Look, see, that's the problem.
Yo, you ain't talking about Cleo. You talking about Khadijah.
Exactly.
Name, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. We talking.
She wasn't the hottest.
Listen, Queen Latifah is fine.
She wasn't even the hottest on the show.
Now she looked better than Erica.
She looked better than Kim Fields.
No, but oh my God, we left what's her face off? The tall curly hair chick. She was funny too.
Who Kim?
I liked her.
Yeah.
What's her name?
She was pretty.
Sinclair.
Sinclair.
Yeah. Yeah, I put Kim Fields. I kind of feel like Kim Fields should, because Kim Fields was still hot even when she came back around on Living Single.
Yeah.
Actually, she was hotter then because she was an adult.
Yeah.
And her character, forget about her character, but her.
I know. Time, I agree, but like I said, once again, who out of that 90s list, who would I knock out of there to put?
No, the 90s is too heavy, man.
Now that I'm really starting to think about the 90s.
Could you more black representation? Certainly.
Yeah, we could. We could use some melanin over here in the 90s.
Because the only one you got in there, you got
But
Garcelle and
I
Karen.
thought the 90s was a little heavy. Wait a minute.
No, the 90s didn't have much melanin, bro. That was the 2000. 90s only got Garcelle, Fancy, and that was really it.
And Karen Parsons.
And Karen Parsons,
right? So we could
listen. Some of these chicks to be shuffled down. I'm sorry. Listen.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely.
I'm saying who? Okay, so let's say
listen,
we want to put Kim Fields in there.
Not Oscar
who do we
White.
take
Listen,
out?
we can. Oh, excuse me, Amy So White.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, let me get on my computer screen because I'm looking at this on my phone and I can't see the names.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I think I mean, me personally, can't take out Alyssa, can't take out Christina Applegate. They gotta stay in.
Yeah, they
can't take out Pamela Anderson. She gotta stay.
Wait a minute, hold on, back up. How old was Applegate when she was in what's
she was an adult? She was an adult. Look, she was an adult.
When she started that show? I don't think so.
Yep. Yeah.
Nah, because that show didn't that show start in the 80s? When did that show start?
No, Married with Children?
Yeah.
Married with Children started in
1990 what?
87.
I thought so. She
87.
she was a kid when she started on that show.
Oh,
her and Bud.
She was 16 years old.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Then I got
then she'd have to be out. Then
there you go.
I thought I was the correct because I used to hang out at my boy Tone house, and we used to watch that, The Simpsons, and the Tracy Ullman Show. Yeah.
All right, so she got to come out.
No, then she has to go.
So
if she was a kid at the time, so then she got to go.
So she got to go.
So there you go.
Okay, so Christina Applegate is out.
Mm-hmm. So you got, like I said, so that's one person we have a slot there. Who else?
Okay. So I'm gonna slide
Kevin Crushing Dreams.
So now we got that open spot in the 90s because that's where I had her at. So do we add Kim Fields?
Who else is out there in the 90s?
If you're gonna add anybody from Living Single, it's got to be Homegirl, the tall girl, because she was cute. She was the prettiest one out of all of them. Erica Alexander was cute, but Homegirl was cute.
I would, if I had to add anybody, it'd be Kim Fields. That's me.
I'm kind of agreeing with that one. If I'm adding anybody, it's Kim Fields. It's not her. Because she cute, yes, but when you said like Kim Fields is just a whole nother playing field. So
here's why. See, Kim Fields got the cheat code because she was. And again, yes, we have our criteria, but this is why I brought up the point that I brought up earlier. Kim Fields is the cheat code because
we grew up with her.
Right,
we were young when she was young.
Fine when she was on Facts of Life, and then she showed up on Different Strokes, and then boom, she's an adult, and now she's on Living Single. So she kind of got like the cheat code, like of cuteness.
And in our case,
so what if she got the country code? Does she deserve to be up there? That's the whole point.
Yeah. I can't argue with you guys. I was just making the point that she got the cheat code. That's the only point.
I mean, she can still be up there. Who else from the 90s melanin could go there then if we didn't choose her? I'd put Kim Fields in.
But you got, like, from the 90s, you got Kim Fields, you got Tisha Campbell. And then I really can't think of anybody else that was really hitting in the, because that's the time of the teen comedies, like the girl that played Laura Winslow, or I can't count her.
She was young. Can't count her because she was young.
She was a kid.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, can't count her. So yeah, we'd have to go with Kim Fields because she was at the time of Olivia.
Yeah.
I'm
just gonna agree.
Let's
She
go
got
with
the
Kim.
cheat code, but I'm gonna agree.
We'll go with Kim.
And you know what? Right. The only other, and here's why she still got the damn cheat code, because she's on the Upshaws. She's still fine, and she's still funny as hell. Like her acting, listen, Kim Fields is a very good actress. Like she was doing stuff with her facial expressions that she was doing on Facts of Life. Like she's still, she like I said, she got the cheat code.
Yeah, throw Kim Fields in there to replace Christina Applegate.
Let me grab my keyboard. Yeah.
I'm trying to find I found a good picture.
I don't know how old was Lisa Turtle though. He said, "What about Lisa Turtle? Was she young when they did Saved by the Bell?"
Now, okay, here's the thing with Saved by the Bell, is that was like a Saturday morning. It is a series, but it's a Saturday morning. It was like a Saturday morning serial. I was waiting. Does that really count? It is a TV show.
It does count. But again,
they were all young when they started that show. They were all young. That I remember because I love the behind the scenes of it and the makings of it and stuff like that. They were all young when that show started. None of them were like in their 20s or nothing like that.
Yeah, that's why like Tiffany Thiessen, I got her from.
You had to switch. You had to get her by. You had to get her from 90210.
Yeah, by then she's an adult.
Right. You couldn't get her for Saved by the Bell because she was not an adult on Saved by the Bell. But Tiffany Amber Thiessen went on 90210.
I started watching this show while I got the damn screen up. Good Lord, have mercy. I'm over here trying to squint with my old ass with no glasses on. And good Lord Almighty, look at this thing. Jesus Christ.
You sound like you having some real serious problems over there.
Yeah.
You know what? I take back what I said about Christy Alley. She looks fine in this picture. Jesus Christ.
She's fine, man. Like I said, man, you got let's not talk we ain't talking about if they a-holes in real life or anything like that. We just talking straight facts that she was fine, and at one point she was one of the baddest ones out at that time.
And thank you, Ralph, because I forgot about Jennifer Aniston. I thought I heard you say her name, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to bring it up again if you already said her name. But good gracious Lord, oh boy!
Now I even though she is finer or overall, but I liked Courtney Cox. That's what I liked off the show.
Courtney Cox is cute. She's cute, but she ain't Pamela Anderson.
Yeah,
especially on that. Especially, I know we ain't talking movies, but especially her in that movie where she played the stripper in the trailer. When she did that stripper scene. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I was like, her body. Yeah, she killed it with the body. He said Karen Parsons is gonna be tough to beat. Yeah, Karen Parsons is a bad one.
She is gonna be tough to beat. Now, personally, if she was of age,
she's on there.
But see,
she's of age. No, I said I forgot about her, but she was.
That's not what I say. That's not what I'm gonna say. I said if she was of age, it would have been Tatiana Ali off that show. I would have took her on the list, but she wasn't.
But you couldn't. She's a kid.
She was a kid. Damn, I'm really hurting taking Christina Applegate off though, but it's got to get done. I really don't want to take her off, but rules is rules.
Yeah,
right?
Rules are rules, man.
Listen, her and Sarah Michelle Gellar can go. I mean, and Christina Applegate, she has to go just because of the rules. I don't want her to go.
I don't want to go, but it's the rules. Rules are rules.
Rules are rules. So she got to go. But she needs somebody to help her walk out the door. So let Sarah Michelle Gellar hold her hand.
Yeah, that's what I say too. I mean, Sarah Michelle was hot in Cruel Intentions. To me, Buffy, meh.
Listen, that's all it is Buffy. That's what I mean. It's like, it's like What else
all right,
can you say?
All right, so this is who we got to. Wait a minute, I'm trying to find this picture. This is who we got to replace Sarah Michelle Gellar. Okay, other alternates we got Eliza Dushku, that was also on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Nicole Eggert for Baywatch. Nikki
That's
Cox
probably who I'd probably go with.
For Unhappily Ever After. Nia Peoples from Walker, Texas Ranger. Catherine Bell from Jag. And then we're going to also add to that Tisha Campbell from Martin.
Oh, okay.
So what's up, Tisha? Take you and your big smile and go sit down.
Yeah, and that big head of hers. But anyway,
y'all gotta leave her alone with that head.
I wasn't even talking about a big head. I was talking about a big smile.
Yeah, she got a big smile because she got to fill up that.
Smile.
She got a lot of real estate to fill. That's why her smile is so big.
You know what? I am not a part of this conversation because we want a movie deal one day. Listen. I strike that from the record.
Strike it from the record. I'm sorry. Hey, yo. Martin made fun of it.
Wait a minute. He did not say she got a lot of real estate to fill. No, he did.
Hold on. Heather,
he did not.
Your Hev said, so Heather Thomas, no go?
No.
So Heather Thomas.
We don't have nobody to replace. We don't have nobody to kick out that time period.
Wait, Heather Thomas is in what? The 2000s?
The 80s. No, she's in the 80s.
That's the problem.
Okay.
We don't have.
Wait, go back to the 80s for a second, Ralph. Oh, Wes, go back to the 80s for a second.
Yeah.
Damn, I cannot find a good picture.
Where was Olivia Brown from again? I'm trying to remember her. When I first saw that, I thought that was Ola Ray. When I first looked at her, I was like, Ola Ray?
Thomas. I don't see a Heather Thomas on here.
She's not in it. That's what's the point.
Oh.
She's not in there.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Who do I have in here to take out to put Heather Thomas in?
Well, you can just take everybody out because Felicia Rashard got this.
What?
Well, we maybe just
but don't be too.
I mean, you probably could take out Olivia Brown
or Justine Bateman.
What? Olivia Brown ain't going nowhere.
Olivia Brown, what was she in?
Listen, Justine Bateman is the only one in this damn thing.
I'm sorry.
Listen, Olivia Brown is the only one in here with a Jerry curl. Well, we can replace her.
It's the 80s, though, bro. Come on. Yo, you ain't even right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother said Tisha Campbell was the 90s Beyonce. Y'all don't have Tisha.
Oh, my goodness. No, he didn't say that. What?
Yeah.
No, because I wasn't on her like that. I was on Tanisha Arnold more.
She was big though. She was hot though. She was always hot.
Yeah, she was big. You know,
she was always hot. She was big at that time.
I will give her. What was she? What was she? She was one of the fraternity sisters, one of the frat sisters in Spike Lee's movie, right?
She was the frat sister.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll give her that.
School days.
She was. That was the only reason why I liked that movie.
She was
no disrespect, Mike, you're a great director, but that was the only reason why I liked that movie.
Oh, I love the School Days though. That was
School Days.
I love School Days, man. That was crazy. We got petition.
I'm taking another look at Jasmine Guy, and she's lucky a different world came out in the 90s.
It came out in the 80s.
Oh, it did come out in the 80s? Well, she can go. Replace her.
Came out in the 80s. She's
not bad. Y'all both voted for her to be in.
She's in.
Looking like sitting there. Look at her, looking like Michael Jackson 90s, in that picture. Ralph, you couldn't find a better picture. She looking like Michael Jackson in that damn picture.
Got a light skinned friend.
No, Jasmine Guy.
Jasmine got a dark skinned friend.
Look, you know what? You ask a very good question. I'm gonna answer that. No, I have been looking for a really good picture of Jasmine Guy, and I was having super problems finding one.
Really?
I had to get because a lot of pictures with Jasmine Guy is of her now, or it's her with Kadeem Hardison. So she's always in the picture with Kadeem Hardison. So like trying to get a good decent solo shot of her was nearly impossible. Was hard to do. Some people was fairly easy to pull a shot from the internet.
Yeah.
Some people were super hard to get a shot or get a shot of them from when they were on that time period when they were on the show.
Yeah, when they're right. Just instead of getting just a regular shot, I say we replace.
Going back to the 80s.
I say we. I say we. She's not who? Phoebe Cates.
Yeah.
She wasn't in a
Phoebe
TV
Cates
show.
Movie.
Yes, she was.
She was in a movie.
No, she was. She's a
That
movie
was she
star.
was in the
Well,
TV.
And plus, she was young too, wasn't she?
Oh, she was okay. So never mind. Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm not counting Phoebe Cates because she was on that show Paradise. No, hell no. I mean, the one with the miniseries. She said, "Which one of you bitches is my mother?"
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That was a TV movie miniseries.
That's a miniseries.
No,
That's not a
miniseries don't
TV
count.
show. Remember, part of the rule is you had to be, a cast member on a TV.
You had to be a
series, not
cast
just
member
on a TV series or a TV show.
Well, that was okay. Well, I see what you're saying. All right.
Plus, she was young.
It was a TV movie.
Anyway.
It don't matter. She was young anyway, so it don't matter.
Yeah. So I say, we taking out whoever the next person we take out. I think Tisha Campbell should go in there in the 90s. Yeah.
Well, first I'm trying to find a decent picture of Kim Fields, which once again is like, yeah. I just had to grab this one of an older Kim Fields, and that I didn't want to do it.
You know what? I gotta agree with your brother though. Yo, Karen Parsons. If we go on by these pictures, Karen Parsons is bodying everybody.
In the 80s.
If we
the
strictly
90s,
go by these pictures,
I'm sorry, 90s.
I don't know, but the 90s. I'm gonna tell you right now.
If you
no.
this
I'm not
list,
talking about. Hold up. Hear what I'm saying. If we were strictly going by these pictures, the only two people, it may be Terry Hatcher, but the only other person right now on here is her and Jennifer Aniston.
Garcelle looks fine too, though.
You're forgetting about that blonde sitting there by the name of Pamela Anderson. She's gonna be the toughest one to beat.
No, she ain't really gonna be that tough. Alyssa Milano knocks her out the box.
Nah, she gonna be tough to beat.
Even Christy Alley knocks her out the box.
Pamela Anderson
is gonna be tough to beat.
Pamela Anderson is one of the hottest women in America in the 90s.
I ain't gonna lie. If I had to pick between her and Christy Alley, I'm picking Christy Alley.
Please. If Pamela Anderson walked into you to right this second, I want to suck your dick, you're gonna be like,
no. After she fucked Tommy Lee and probably got God knows what. No, listen, I need tests. I need all kinds of tests.
No. Alyssa would definitely. Alyssa was right up there. Don't get me wrong.
Alyssa Milano, Karen Parsons, Jennifer Aniston.
No. Jennifer Aniston is nowhere near hotter than Pamela Anderson. No way.
She is.
Sorry.
No way.
No, she's not. No, she is not.
Listen, the only thing Pamela Anderson got is fake boobs and blonde hair,
bro. No way.
Jennifer Aniston is bodying her on so many levels. From acting ability to look.
Acting ability has nothing to do with it.
She's bodying her across the board.
No way.
She is bodying her across the board. Take away the fake boobs. And her running across the beach with a floaty, Pamela Anderson,
which is an iconic image, by the way. Iconic shot that people has even mimicked.
Yeah, there's been parodies about that. Okay.
Parodies about it. Nah, bro, I can't go with you there. I'm jumping ship on that one.
Well, you gonna drown. I hope she got a life preserver for you.
You going down with that ship. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
He said Jennifer Aniston and that nose is nowhere near Pamela Anderson.
You're wrong.
I can't. Wrong. Yo, we ain't gonna be going in like that. That's funny though. But anyway.
All right. Wait. I want to be sure. So Kim Fields we're putting on here. Are we replacing Sarah Michelle Gellar? Where's she staying?
Well, no, you placed Christina Applegate because she had to go out, right?
Well, and I told you, Christina Applegate and Sarah Michelle Gellar is going to hold her hand out the door.
Yeah, I say those two can go, and we replace them with Kim Fields and Tisha Campbell. That's where we go.
Tisha Campbell.
What other person? What other? All right. I guess we need some more melanin. I guess Team Light.
The 90s is the 90s is looking a little 90s so white.
It still looks. If you add,
but it wasn't that many. But
it's still looking white. Even with Karen Parsons, it's looking mighty white. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's after we add Kim Fields and then we add Tisha Campbell. There you go.
No, wait. Okay, what they gonna be? Your complexion?
Yeah, they're gonna be melanin. So once we add the melanin in there, we good. Yeah, that's cool. I think those two will work. So we'll add those, and then that'll be the 90s.
No,
90s
Milano, she's Italian. She's got a little melanin in her, so I guess okay.
And then
are we switching anybody else out from any of the other years?
What's 2000 looking like?
2000s is set as far as I'm concerned. 2000s is lit. In the 2010s is lit.
Jennifer Garner, that Eva Longoria picture is cheat code. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. That's the picture we're gonna use. Oh Lord.
Yeah. And once again, like a lot of people, it's hard finding shots or like they're not like all these are
no, it's all good. I mean,
we can ditch Kelly Kuko though. I'm saying.
No,
I agree with that.
No, Kelly. I think off this list right here, if you want to take somebody out, it would probably be Christian Bell. I think Christian Bell will be the person to come out.
No, I think I agree that this. If somebody had to come out, those bottom two. And maybe Jerry Ryan. Maybe if we got a more attractive picture of Jerry Ryan, because that picture is it's not doing her justice. It's making her look a little trashy. Look like she left CSI for a night on the town.
Yeah.
But listen, Nicole Ari Parker though, her and Persia White is looking so good in this picture. Yo, I honestly can see why colorism is such a problem in Hollywood. I mean, look at how easy they all blend in together.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put them on any show and not miss a beat. Jennifer Garner.
Brown paper bag rule.
Yo, Jennifer Garner and Sophie Vergara. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Trisha Helfer.
Oh, yeah. Sophia Vergara. So I think the 2000s, if we pull anyone out of the 2000s, maybe Christian Bell. The rest of it's pretty lit, and 2010 is lit. I don't think there's no reason to take anybody out of 2010. Because remember, we already replaced Olivia Chung with Lucy Liu, so
right.
That's an even swap right there. So then you got.
But beyond that, I don't think there's anybody else.
I need a bigger phone. I'm about to go to AT&T. Yeah. I mean, not to T-Mobile, whatever this company is. I got to get a bigger phone.
Get you a tablet.
Yeah, just put it on the
my goodness! I you know what? I forgot. I do got my Kindle. I put it on my Kindle.
The 2010s is lit.
Yo, 2010s is. I thought Jennifer Love Hewitt and all of them was doing good in the 2000s, but Jesus Christ!
Yo, DeWanda, Gabrielle, Journey,
Carrie, DeWanda Rice,
Maggie
Q. And Marina Barker, whoa, boy, Hubbard's good.
Well, like I said, there's alternatives.
Nicole Bahari.
Like I said,
I miss Nicole Bahari. We come back to TV, man. We miss you. And
like I said, there's a bunch of people.
That's a good picture of Chopra, though. I got to give it to you. That's a good picture of Chopra.
Man, there ain't no bad pictures of Chopra.
There is a bunch of people. Before we go, I'm gonna just tell you who my alternatives are for 2010.
I want to
give us the alternatives for 2000s so we can, because we're gonna wrap the show up in a second.
All right, so for 2010, my alternates are Antoinette Robinson, the have and the have-nots. Carla Gugino, I think I'm saying the last name wrong, for Jet. Cynthia Adai Robinson for Spartacus, Gods of the Arena.
Cynthia Adai Robinson. Cynthia Adai Robinson's bad.
Listen, me and Wes have had many conversations about her. We wanted her to play Yoshi.
Yeah, we sure did. We wanted her to play Yoshi Lomax. Cynthia Adai Robinson.
Yeah. I got down here.
She ain't even fair, bro. That's a bad woman.
Yo, I'm sorry, Lucy Lou. We could just lose.
Lucy. You can't. Lucy.
You gotta keep Lucy in there. She's a bad one too.
I got Emma Rossum from Shameless.
Wait, Sophie Turner can't stay.
Why can't Sophie Turner stay?
Because she was a kid when she started that show.
When she started what, Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Damn, that's a big loss. But if it's the rule, it's the rule.
I know it's a big loss. That's why I was going to ask you.
When did 2006? She was born in 1996. When did
she appear on Game of Thrones?
You're right, because she would have been 15.
Yeah. There you go. Bye, Sophie.
Sorry, Sophie. You got to come out.
Sorry, Sophie. Gotta go.
So Sophie Turner got to go.
And we can put it on Yoshi Lomax.
We can put it on Yoshi. Our original
out
Yoshi.
Here crushing dreams and making new ones happen.
All right, wait a minute. So beyond it, also got for 2010s, Grace Byers for Empire, Jamie Chung for The Gifted, Jessica Lucas for Gotham.
Wait. Wait, Jamie Chung Blink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. I'm
right.
sorry.
Hold it. Leslie Ann Brandt for Lucifer. Liv Tyler for The Leftovers. Logan Browning for Hit the Floor. Megan Good for Minority Report.
I hate you.
Maureen. I told you I went looking.
Megan Good. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Maureen Addis for Tyrant.
What are you doing?
It's almost, it's almost
for the last.
Put in.
Yo, listen. We might as well just disinclude the whole 2010. Throw the whole 2010 away.
Yeah,
yo,
bro. Megan Good. Adding Megan Good is almost cheating because.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Then I got Samara Weaving for Smilf, Bianca Larson for Queen Sugar, and Zoe Kravitz for Big Little Lies.
Oh man.
Oh Jesus, Zoe Kravitz. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's another cheat. Let's save her for the movies. Let's save Zoe for the movies.
Yo, because that's like her.
Yeah.
Her and
Megan. Let's save Megan for the movie.
Yeah, because Lord have mercy, that's cheap. And listen,
I would have said that about Gabrielle Union, but I mean, you
and Megan Good is off my radar anyway because she starred in the first time I ever saw her. She was a baby when I first saw her in the movie with Samuel L. Jackson.
She's showing no baby. She's showing no baby.
But still,
every Minority Report.
But and that was a good damn show. I was pissed at Fox.
He said Megan Good should not be off any list.
Yo, she really shouldn't know.
She really shouldn't. But I almost feel like it's cheating. Like she.
Yo, Ralph, go back. No, we can't exclude her. Hold on, go back, Ralph. We said, what's her face that we said?
I love Cynthia Dive, but if we're taking off Sophie Turner, then you got to put Megan Good in there. You know?
Well, wait a minute. So are we going with Megan Good or Cynthia Adai Robinson?
Oh, that's so tough. I have to say Megan Good at this spot.
Yeah.
Gotta go with Megan Good if that's the case. I love Cynthia Adai Robinson. Jesus. But like I said, unless we're gonna save Megan for the movies, you know what I mean?
I'm
because now here's the question: the people that we're pulling, and you can also kind of save Rosario for the movies too, because
as well as Maggie too.
Because well, yeah, but Maggie really made her name on the television stuff too.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like Rosario was really a movie star. You know what I'm saying?
Who went back
so as much as I love
But that is a very fair point when it comes to Rosario. Rosario could say, and you could use that same logic for Gabrielle Union. the two of them could legitimately come off because they're more movies than TV.
They're more movie stars than TV stars. Yeah, they've had on TV shows, but they're more movie stars. And we can, we're gonna come back around and do the movies. So we could push them to the
but with Gabrielle Union, it's tricky though because she splashes in and out. She's more in TV more than any of them. She's about as much in TV as Maggie Q is.
Well, but now you can say the same thing for Rosario Dawson. I mean, she's about to get her own series with Ahsoka.
Well, I know.
But still,
but that's in the 2020s.
20s, right?
True.
So, I mean, you already know how I feel about Rosario Dawson. Love her, but I think we could push her and put some of the more TV people on there because she can go to movies. You know what I mean?
Well, if you check out
I kind of felt that way about Megan. To be honest with you, I kind of felt that way about Megan.
I do feel that way about Megan.
If you take out Sophie Turner and you take out Rosario Dawson, then we could put Megan Good and what's her face,
Cynthia Dye Robinson, or we gotta. I think this is just my opinion. Y'all tell me what you think. I think we may have to sleep on
because we could say the same thing about Junie Smollett too.
No, Journey is TV.
She started in TV, and and then Lovecraft is TV.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Lovecraft,
but Lovecraft is recent.
True Blood, that's television.
Yeah, True Blood, that's television. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so those are television. So
the only other person, you can have that TV movie or TV argument for Kerry Washington. You certainly can do that one, but when you say that, but she was like the head of a TV show.
Yeah, she was the head of that show, though. Yeah,
right. Yeah,
it's a big TV show. Yeah. For that, I would keep her. Yeah, that's just like saying, there's a lot of people that might have been movie stars, but the TV show was built around her. That's kind of the same case with Megan in that case.
Yeah, because Minority Report was made around her.
That was made around her. Yeah.
All right. So Megan.
So like I said, I'm willing to take Rosario Dawson off. She could her and Gabrielle. I'm willing to take the two of them off because they're much more television based.
They're more movie stars.
Now you're doing too much now.
No, I mean they're more movie stars.
But Gabrielle still wasn't her show based around her?
Well, it was a movie first, yeah.
And then it was a show based around her.
And then you could sit there and say, well, she also did the Bad Boys female cop spinoff. She was on that.
But that's recent. That's 2000.
That's recent.
That's too recent, yeah. And then the show with that LA or whatever that was, yeah.
I mean, Gabrielle, I think could stay because the same argument that you're giving for Megan is the same argument that you're giving for her.
For Gabrielle, yeah. I say take off Rosario because she's definitely more of a movie star.
At that point, she was more of a movie star.
Yeah, she's more of a movie star. In the 2010s, she was more movie star.
Movie star than a lot more movie star. She was hitting as a movie star.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cynthia Dye Robinson and Megan Good.
And you're taking off Rosario and Sophie Turner because Sophie, unfortunately, didn't make the cut. Yeah, she didn't make the cut. She didn't make the. She didn't make what's the line? The height line. She didn't make the height line, so she can't get on the roller coaster.
Wait, what you flash somebody else? Gabby should be in movies.
So Cynthia Dye Robinson, she's added, right? Okay. But we're still not adding Megan Good because she's a movie star too.
So I thought we were adding Megan for the same reason we were keeping Gabrielle was because the show was around her. She was the lead.
I think I want to sleep on it because we got to end the show.
That's true too. Yeah,
I think we sleep on it. We'll discuss it behind the scenes. Maybe we'll put it to a poll or something and figure it out. Or look at with some of your alternates.
Your brother made a good point. Gabby should be in the movies too. So if you're gonna put her in the movies, then we should put it up for a thing,
like a
or
TV
just both
person.
of them go to movies and we replace them.
Right, both of them go to the movies, and then we replace them with two like TV people. You know what I mean? That we know that really is known mostly on television. Yeah, because they, there's a few of them that can float in both worlds. Like you said, we could say that about Carrie, but Carrie is too significant of a character from that show, and she did the show for what, 7 seasons? How long?
6 or 7 seasons. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's definitely at that point a TV person, right? So yeah. So that's what we'll do. We will we'll come back next time, and we'll have the revamped version, and then hopefully we can get the seating going.
Wait, you said the 2010s? All right, Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So then we gotta try to get the seating. That's gonna be tough because then you may are we gonna do seedings within their own decade at first in the first rounds, like Field of 64 decades, because you have usually 4 different
did you do 4 decades? How many decades did you do?
He did 5 decades, actually.
5 decades. So you gotta mix, I guess you gotta mix them up from jump.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because in the end it's not gonna really matter. In the end, it's just gonna be about who's in the end. It's not really gonna matter what decade is which.
Yeah.
Right, but for each decade there is someone that is an automatic number 1. For the 70s, the number 1 seed would be Farrah Fawcett.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Right? Yeah.
Over what?
Yeah. Farrah Fawcett.
Anyway,
right.
No.
In the 80s, in the 80s, that's, I hate to say it, but for the 80s, that's probably going to be Joan Collins, because the 80s is Jones. Period. Yeah. Right. Because I mean, come on, she single-handedly made you want to watch Dynasty. There was nobody else in that show that made you want to watch it.
I watched Dynasty because of Crystal. I hated her.
But that's the reason
that's why you watched it, because you hated Alexis.
Because you hated Alexis. That's the main reason why everybody watched it, because of her. So
I didn't care about Alexis. I hated Alexis. I wanted Crystal to beat her ass.
We all did. But everybody flowed around Joan Collins.
No. Wait, I'm sorry, Wes. I know we're trying to end the show. Go back to the 80s for quite quick for a second.
Yeah, there's nobody else in the 80s that's really, yes, Felicia Rashad, but Felicia Rashad, although she was the main female lead, the show was called The Cosby Show, right? So if it was Bill Cosby, that's a different story. But Joan Collins, listen to this. Without Joan Collins, there was no reason to watch Dynasty. There really isn't.
Listen, we're talking about looks. We ain't talking about a show. We talking about the finest women. We ain't talking about who carried what or who carried who. We talking about if you were seen walking down the street, who would you want? If you was walking down the block right now and everybody was outside, who you want to be outside with right now?
Well, if you want to go from that perspective, just based on look, then really,
ain't that what we talking about? Did I get something wrong?
No, you're right. But if that's the case, if you want to go strictly on the look, then your number 1 seed in the 80s is Morgan Fairchild. That's the number 1 seed.
See, stop jumping off the list. We talking about the people that's on the screen right now.
Yeah, she's
on the list. She's on there. It's Morgan Fairchild.
Oh, Morgan Fairchild? I still say no, because I didn't think she was all of that.
Wait a minute, and then did you see what she looks like today?
Listen, in my opinion, if she can get sunburned, she don't matter. Now, that's all I'm saying. Alicia Rashad is the goddess, and then comes Lisa Bonet, and then you can do whatever you want to do after that.
That sounds kind of biased, but you know what? I'll give for that one. I'll give you that. In the 80s, Felicia Rashad be the number 1.
My brother still campaigning for Heather Thomas. He said Heather Thomas need to be on here. Aaron Gray and Jesse Bateman can come off.
Hey,
them
Heather,
chicks were not finer than Heather Thomas.
You know what, Heaven? I'm gonna tell you what, right? Because any 64 list, when you see the NCAA 64, you have teams that are like cannon fodders that you just know they're going to lose, right? Sleepers. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take Justine Bateman off and add Heather Thomas.
There you go. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
I will take Justine Bateman off.
She might have been on there in the first place.
Huh?
Oh my goodness, this woman is fine. What was she in?
Oh, you thought Heather Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in The Fall Guy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, you know why? Even these old pictures of her being old, she looks good. She looked kind of slutty in this one though, with these pearls in her mouth. But
yeah, it's all good.
She looks kind of slutty with these pearls in her mouth. I'm gonna even keep the picture I just posted of her in that bikini.
Heather Thomas, man, The Fall Guy. I used to watch that show, man. I love that show, The Fall Guy, and she was great.
I love The Fall Guy. Right.
Yo, she does not look like herself now. Well, she don't look like she did, and she don't look old now. She looks wow.
But we're gonna take off Justine. All right, so to wrap this up, we're gonna take up Justine Bateman and we're gonna put in Heather Thomas.
Heather Thomas
for the 80s, and then we'll
so
come back with the
90s.
other people. We'll reseed. I mean, we'll get the seeding going, and then we'll get rumbling. Let's get ready to rumble next time. So the 90s we got. 90s, you said
in the 90s the number. Yeah, but in the 90s the number one seed will be Pamela Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
In the 2000s, I think in the 2000s. What, Pamela Anderson is not the number one seed in the 90s?
She is definitely the number one seed. Yeah.
But she's just automatically number one.
Yeah.
She is.
Yes, she is. She is number one by a long.
Well, because
if you sat here and took a poll, based on this, more than likely she would probably be the number one seed.
Well, listen, if that's the case,
we don't got time for. Ain't nobody got time for all that.
Well, listen, when we flip over to the 2000s, if that's the case, then Eva Longoria got it locked. She's the number one.
No,
just
she
because
doesn't.
of that picture.
No. In the 2000s, your number one seed, I really feel like I want to say is Sophie Vergara.
Sofia Vergara. Yep.
I think she's the one.
It was just a couple of years ago she was considered like the hottest woman in America.
Yeah,
I can go. I would go with Nicole Ari Parker, but I can go with that.
Nah.
I would.
I mean, that's your choice. That's fine. But she.
No. I could go. No, I'm saying I could go with both, but I wouldn't be mad at either or, because she was for a couple of years she was regarded as the finest woman.
Yeah.
In Hollywood.
And in the 2010s, I think your number one seed is strictly Priyanka Chopra.
What? You know what? I'm
no.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget. Don't you forget about us.
I can go with a couple of them. As much as I love Priyanka, I could go with her, and I could go with Rosalind Sanchez.
It's either Rosalind Sanchez or she killed it on whatchamacallit. I
could go with Rosalind Sanchez. I could go with Priyanka. I could go with.
You can go with Kerry Washington.
I can go with Kerry.
Now, if we're just going off of looks, it's Rosalind Sanchez, or it's what's her face, Cynthia Dye Robinson.
If I'm only saying this because I met her in person. I'm going with the Wanda Wise. If I had to go with someone,
she's a bad one. She's a bad one
right?
now.
On this particular list here, I have met in person 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the women on this list. I've met in person 6 of the people on this list.
You know what, Ralph? I would almost say that you cheated, but you lucky they fined, because we'd have to scrap some people.
So just to wrap up so we're taking off Rosario and we're taking off Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I took off
Sophie Turner.
And Sophie Turner, yeah.
Okay, so for Rosario, we took off Rosario and we put Cynthia Dye Robinson.
Now
you guys, and we're undecided of adding Megan Good to take off of
Well, we were going to sleep on
Sophie
Maitland
Turner.
and Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
Right. And in the other ones,
Oh, and we took off Olivia Cheng and we put Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
Lucy Liu.
It's not listed there on my master list. I already made that change. Olivia put that up there, and then we took off in the 80s. We added Kim Fields.
Yeah,
we added Kim Fields. Right. We're still undecided about Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Mm-hmm. Why?
We're gonna take her.
She's
walking home girl out the door. like they're literally hand in hand walking out the door.
But see, this is the thing. If you're gonna sit there and say, okay, she gotta go, you gotta tell me someone to replace her with.
Well, your alternates you had in the 80s. Well, we already put Heather Thomas. Who was your alternates in the 80s? And we're gonna have to discuss this behind the scenes because we're gonna the show. But anyway, next week we'll come back and this is a crazy show, man. Please do not judge us.
Just like in real life, we are never
really on time. We really have sense. We really do.
We really do have sense. But these shows, when you grow up watching these shows, you watch them, you get it, you love them. And honestly, to be quite honest, you love a lot of these shows. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be 100 with you. The only reason that I ever thought about watching Quantico is because I saw Priyanka Chopra.
And here's the sad part. Quantico was a really good show with more finer women on it.
No, it was a good show on there. But the
Priyanka
thing
Chopra
was this.
I'm
I'm telling you right now, I had a man moment, I was literally watching. I was doing something else, and my TV was on. I used to always work with my TV on and just no volume. I turned and looked at my TV, and I saw Priyanka Chopra, and I was like, "Who is that?" And at that point, I said, "What?" And I saw the show Quantico. It was an ad for Quantico. It hadn't came on yet. Quantico. I said, "Oh my God, I gotta watch this show." And I literally watched the show. I didn't hear. She could have sounded like a dying horse when she talked. It didn't matter. I didn't have to hear nothing. I just saw. I was like, "Whoa!" So yeah, it works, people. It works.
Yeah, I thought the Iraqi girl looked better than her though.
Well, I mean, she was.
Oh wait a minute! I forgot. Wait! I forgot. We're changing the 90s. We're taking. You're right. We're taking Sarah Michelle Gellar off, and we're adding Tisha Campbell.
Yeah,
no, that's right. Yes.
Right, because she's more of a TV person at that point. She lived more on TV. She was in a couple movies, but she lived more. She was in House Party. She was in a couple movies, but she lived more on TV. So yeah, all right, cool. Yeah. So we'll come back next time and we'll try to get the seating together. Make sure this is gonna be a nice battle.
Should we do this? I'll talk behind the scenes when we get off.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be a nice battle. Thanks everybody for tuning in, chiming in. Heaven Hollywood, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Everybody else that came through, Caleb, Blue.
I'm predicting Beyonce will divorce Jay-Z first.
Oh Lord. And yeah, I didn't talk much about we didn't talk about the Essence Fest, but I mean, it wasn't much. I kind of skimmed through a lot of the performances, and Janet Jackson did a great job performing. New Edition was good. I mean, a lot of the performance. Wyclef's performance was pretty good too. Wyclef is very talented. That's a very talented dude.
Yeah, he's a crap president, but he's
a very, very talented musician. I could care less about his politics. I could care less about his politics, but he's a very great, very talented musician and performer.
Got a good ear for music. Yeah.
Yep. So he had a great, and then he brought Lauryn Hill out, and that was just it. Everybody went crazy.
You didn't say that earlier.
Yeah. Everybody went nuts when Lauryn Hill came out there. So, and she did a few songs. We don't know if she was on time, but she got out there. So we're not sure what time she was supposed to be there. But she came out there. Nicki Minaj You know, it was a cool performance. Nikki looked like she might be pregnant or something. I don't know. She looked a little whatever, but you know, she's a good performer. I keep it 100. Was never really a big Nicki Minaj or any of them. I don't really like none of the female rappers of today.
I do. I always
except
love Nicki,
I mean, the ones that I like are the ones that are straight lyrical. You know, Nicki
is lyrical.
Wait.
Nicki is very
Let me finish my thought. Nicki got bars, but that doesn't mean that she's very lyrical. She got bars, but it don't mean she's very lyrical. Because Nicki Minaj, you go back and break down her lyrics. Nicki Minaj does not really do many double entendres, not too many, you know, stuff like that. Metaphors, she does some metaphors. She's very ability to be lyrical. She's got bars for sure.
Oh, she definitely could push her pen more. She definitely could push her pen more.
She has to. But I'm talking about me personally. I listen to female rappers to just listen to their rap, not any shenanigans and this and that. And, you know, I don't really, you know, so I'm listening to Young M.A., you know, like people like that who just barred up, you know. So, but anyway, so I watched her performance. But like I said, being that I'm not a big fan of hers, I don't really know her songs. So, you know, I know the pop joints that crossed over. I know the big songs. Yeah. So that's that. But I'm not, you know, I'm straight down the middle with all of them, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of any, you know, I'm more of a fan of her music than any of the other ones that came after her. Put it that way. That kind of do the same music. I'm not saying like Young M.A., whatever. I'm more of a fan of Nicki Minaj music than any of the ones that came after her that do the same type of music. So, but you know, her performance was pretty cool. I mean, it's hard to watch because it was, you know, her performance is not like the only clean performances that you could see. Clean meaning like sound and video is the New Edition and Janet Jackson. Those are like really clean performances that some people had, you know, I guess recorded and put it up. But then everyone else, it looks like what it was, people just recording on their phones and putting it on YouTube. So it's hard also to get into a performance like that. If you're a fan of that person, you know the words and all that stuff. But me, if I'm a person that's like, oh, I had to listen for a good 5 minutes before I could be like, oh yeah, I remember this. So, but that's cool. EssenceFest was cool, man, from what I've seen. Nothing crazy to write home about, but like, you know, Janet Jackson performance was very good, and New Edition performance was good. And there's a lot of others that was out there though, but we'll have to talk about that next time. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining us. We'll get up with y'all. See y'all next time. Peace.
Don't forget about us.